Yeah, so I fixed my mic this time. Hello, if you're watching on YouTube, this is being streamed on Twitch. And it's not gonna be super structured. It's gonna be more of a like, all right, I'm gonna go through this video. I watched through the video like once or twice, and I'm gonna go through it and I'm gonna just deconstruct a bunch of the terrible points made, because these are points that I've seen made just constantly by like right-wing YouTubers that just say like buzzwords and treat it as criticism. So yeah, we're gonna be just going through that. And oh wait, I need to alert my Twitch chat. I need to alert my Discord that I'm live. So hey, if you want to see things like this in the future, find me on Twitch, Mr. Intercourse on Twitch. And through that you can find my Discord. I might have it linked in the description too. So if I can, I don't know if I can do that. All right, let me just tell my followers that I'm live because I haven't done that yet. Whoops. All right. Live. Boom. Great. All right, here we go. Hey, Izzy. You haven't seen Loki yet, so you can't watch it for your spoilers. No worries. Yeah. I'd say you should definitely watch Loki before you watch this. All right, yeah. There's going to be some big spoilers in this. We're going to wait a little bit to accumulate a bit of an audience, and then we're going to jump right into it. Hey, Justan, what's up? I'm broken. Hey, look at that. Justan hosted me. I appreciate that, fella. All right, so we are going to jump into the video in probably like 5 minutes. So hey, if you're watching the YouTube version of that, maybe skip forward a bit, because I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna edit this. Also, thank you, Starflight. I appreciate the sub. Yeah, 6 months. That's crazy. Thanks for supporting me for so long. Let's see. Izzy, thank you for that. Thank you for the host. Yeah. All right. So there's a lot to jump into with this video. Hey, Toxic. And I was sent this video by a friend, my friend Andrew. Shout out Andrew Ascone. He does some good sweets on YouTube. Actually, I'm gonna pull up his channel just to support him. Let's see. Wait, I think I just have him. I think I just have him somewhere on here. Well, it's right. Wait one sec. Let me just go back to starting stream. I'll see if I can find it. It is time to bully Loki haters, dude. And Zinj is here too. Welcome. What up, Vespi? All right. So wait, let me just shout out Andrew real quick. I need to pull up his channel because I looked it up like an idiot. Let's see. I'm gonna just wait. Why isn't my? I gotta pull up my chat on my phone so that way I can see you guys when I'm in a different window. Andrew's great. He does a bunch of sweets on YouTube and he's still a friend. Yeah, Zinj. I know you haven't seen Loki. But there's just a lot of terrible criticism in this video that he sent me. Subscriptions. Sorry, I'm trying to find Andrew's channel. I'm subscribed to so many channels that it's just sort of absurd at this point. You didn't really miss anything. I definitely didn't start a stream that had no audio on it. That didn't happen. Let me see. I'm trying to find this. Where is Andrew? I gotta give him a proper shout out because like he sent me this video and it sucked and I was like, all right, maybe I should come out of hiding and actually do a stream. Oh, there we go. I found it and then I lost it. Here it is. All right, let me just switch back over to that browser tab. Boom. This is Andrew's channel. He's a friend of mine. He does a lot of musical suites. These are his most popular uploads, and I think he's pretty talented at just like combining the best moments of music in scores and just making them naturally flow. So boom. Yeah, so I was in hiding recently because I did the stupid and broke my arm. So I thought I can't really game too well with it, although it's not a big difference without it. But yeah, I think I would just come back because there's a stupid video that I need to just get through. Let's see. Wait, I'm not sure if I should show my YouTube history. It's not weird. It's just like I don't want people digging through to try to like judge me for me just watching a bunch of Hermitcraft videos. Cuz that's literally wait, if we go through my history here, we have a bunch of Hassan Piker content, and we have like the Young Turks, a bunch of leftist propaganda that I watch, and then just a bunch of Hermitcraft videos too. Yeah, don't worry, it's not Dream SMP. Yeah, let's see. All right, let's see. So, I'm gonna pull up the video, and if you haven't seen Loki, now's your warning. But yeah, this is a terrible video, so I'm gonna just continue to pause it in between. This is by The Critical Drinker. Yes, I've already disliked it. I'm not saying send hate. Do not send hate to this guy. That's not gonna fix anything. I'm just gonna go through these points that he makes, or like his lack of points, and just show you why they're wrong. This is like a trend I've seen in several other YouTube videos. Like, there's this guy named Doomcock in the Star Wars community who does it. There's Mike Zero who does this in the Star Wars community. And it's just sort of absurd. So, hey, what up, Addy? Welcome back. Pugman hate Loki and no, I'm not doing that toxic. All right, let's see. I'll just start playing it. Can you hear the audio? Let me know if you can hear the audio and what I should do with it. Cause, all right, did you hear that? Could you hear that well or no? I just need to know this because I gotta set up. I want to make sure this is optimal viewing. All right. You can hear it. All right. So we're gonna go through this. All right.
What are you going to do?
Maybe a little louder. Okay.
Make another show. Now, it's no secret that Marvel on TV hasn't exactly distinguished itself so far. WandaVision started out with an intriguing premise, only to devolve into a generic CGI shitfest with unlikable characters and extremely questionable moral messaging.
I agree that WandaVision started off great and didn't end the best, but unlikable characters, come on, man. Paul Bettany did a great job. Also, Jimmy Woo, like, come on. But yeah, the villains were very unlikable, and Wanda had a lot of great character development. And I don't agree with what they did at the end, but I don't know. Unlikable characters just are like, eh.
Jeez.
They'll never know what you sacrificed for them.
But yeah, this sucked.
Well, Falcon
That's
and
terrible.
the Winter Soldier started out as a CGI shitfest with marginally likable characters, only to devolve into a boring, preachy, critical race theory lecture session.
You've got.
All right, so here's the word. He said the buzzword. He said the critical race theory. That's what they use as a criticism for things. A criticism for things when they don't actually want to say that something is wrong with it, but they're just using a buzzword, right? He just said that it's preachy critical race theory, but he didn't like say anything to debunk Falcon and Winter Soldier, right? He didn't say anything to like be like, oh, this guy is saying something wrong and I disagree with it. And here's why. No, he just says that it's critical race theory because it's a black person saying it. That's just what all these right-winger YouTubers do all the time.
How to do better, Senator.
Fuck off, Falcon. In fact,
But look, you see that? He just says fuck off. See? He just says fuck off, and he doesn't give any reasoning to why what the Falcon was saying there was wrong. I think Falcon made a pretty good point in that finale. But nope, this guy just says, oh no, this is bad, and I'm not gonna say why, but trust me, critical race theory, I'm drunk. Nah, dude, like, it doesn't make any sense. Right? These criticisms, like, we're 45 seconds into this video, and he's already just, like, saying buzzwords to just, like, it's sort of like dog whistling, I guess, because he's just saying critical race theory as a criticism. So I guess that's kind of a dog whistle? I don't know, because, like, critical race theory isn't, like, it's not a bad thing, but like conservatives on YouTube and just in the media in general have been using it to say it's like, using it as, oh, the big bad critical race theory is gonna come get your children. No, it's like, I don't understand. They keep saying these things are bad. They're not saying why. Alright, let's just continue with the video.
Fuck everyone associated with this crap. Except craft services, those guys are awesome. Anyway, with those
What?
out of the way, we come at last to Loki. Marvel's third attempt to ruin a popular established character by making them do and say things that their cinematic counterparts never would, while telling a pointless and unsatisfying story that didn't need to be told in the first place.
Okay, so, there's a few things with this. He's claiming that it's ruining a pre-established character, right? He's claiming that it didn't need to be told in the first place, but also, couldn't you argue that, like, none of these movies needed to be told in the first place? Like, I don't know. Like, that doesn't really seem like a criticism at all. Like, oh, they didn't need to make Marvel comics into movies. That didn't need to be told in the first place when there were already comics out there. Like, I don't know. That's a dumb criticism. And by saying that he wouldn't do things that, like, in the movies, he doesn't do the same things as the character in the movies, that's because, like, he has an arc in this show. He has a character arc in this show. He becomes something different. Like, that's how character development works, guy. Come on, critical drinker. Alright, let's just keep going, I guess.
Ready? Too fucking bad, because like I tell Tatiana every Saturday night, I'm going in hard and fast on this one, and it's up to you to make the best of it. So pucker up
Funny.
and witness this. Loki picks
What up,
up
Andrew?
during the events of Avengers Endgame, where a bit of time travel shenanigans allows Avengers-era Loki to escape custody with the Tesseract. But he's barely launched into his first ridiculously self-aggrandizing speech before a bunch of black stormtroopers show up and body-positive space cop stuns and captures him.
Alright, you see that? You see that? So his criticism for this actor is just calling her I don't know the pronouns of them. They're just calling them a body positive space cop. That's just literally just like, come on, dude. You're just being an asshole. You're just like trying to insult this person's body. Like, that's not a criticism of the show Loki. Well, it's not even like a joke too, because you're just like sort of being a dick. You know, it's like, I don't understand how 42,000 people could have liked this video. It's just, I don't understand. He's just like, a bunch of black stormtroopers come out, and then the body positive space cop comes here and knocks him out.
I guess we'll just overlook the fact that Loki is half Asgardian, so he's got superhuman strength, endurance, and reflexes, and would almost certainly be able to fend off an...
So here's the thing. You're neglecting the fact that, one, he is a frost giant, not a half Asgardian. Yeah, that's right. Eat it. You suck. Nah, just kidding. Yeah, it's just calling them fat. It's just calling them fat. Like, it's just being an ass, dude. Like, all right. So, here's the other thing. You're just sort of like saying that he should have a bunch of superpowers after he's already like he's in like restrainment stuff, right? Like he was just been captured and he just teleported away. So there's plenty of reasons why he couldn't have just fought back. Also it's just sort of like it's kind of strange that wait, where was I going with this? One second. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going with this. I don't really I don't know. He's just saying a lot of things where it's just like insulting the actors or just saying a buzzword and then just saying a blatantly wrong thing and then trying to say like, oh, well, this should have happened, but there's like plenty of reasons that it just didn't happen. Like, there's plenty of reasons why Loki couldn't have instantly fought back when he's just hit in the face, right? He didn't know that was gonna stick him in slow motion too. Like, I don't know. So being strong, he gets beat up so many times in Avengers. Like, the biggest, like, I think one of the most memorable moments of Loki is just Hulk picking him up and swinging him on the ground. Like, come on. Like, oh, he's half Asgardian. He should have known that the Hulk was going to pick him up by his feet. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's true. He hasn't talked about the actual show or the plot. But wait, because 11 more minutes, well, 10 more minutes, and he still doesn't really mention those things.
An attack like this. Gotta get whatever passes for a plot moving, I suppose. So body positive.
He has made the claim that it's like whatever passes for a plot. All right, let's see him talk about the plot maybe in the future. Let's see him like deconstruct like why the plot is wrong or why it's not good. Let's see.
Positive space cop takes Loki.
Body
to
positive
diverse
space cop
commander
again.
lady, where
Diverse
his friend
commander
gets-
lady. Boom. Yeah. So here we've got two criticisms of the show. Just saying body positive space cop, just calling an actor fat, and then saying diverse commander space lady or whatever. I forgot exactly what he said. Let's rewind that.
So body positive space cop takes Loki to diverse commander lady, where he's
Diverse commander lady. Come on, dude. Oh no! Oh no! The show has women and minorities in it. Oh, dude, come on. Go touch concrete. All right, go out and walk on a sidewalk. Guys, come on. There's women in this show. That means it's bad. The show. There are women and there are people of color in this movie. Yeah, come on, dude. Like, just say that. Just say that you're racist and you don't like seeing people that aren't white men in movies. All right, just say that. Diversity is bad. Critical race theory.
found guilty of crimes against the Time Variance Authority and sentenced to be erased from existence. What the fuck is the TVA, you may ask? Well, the short version is that there used to be a bunch of different timelines, kind of like parallel universes or whatever, but then it all got a bit out of hand and they started fighting each other. Why the fuck would you go to war against a different branch of existence that has absolutely no impact on your own? Don't know. The upshot is...
So he's just making an assumption there. Like, of course we don't know what happened with the multiversal war, right? We only really know from what the real stuff was when Kang showed up, right? When Kang showed up, he was like, all right, so there was a bunch of us and we were living in harmony until eventually something broke out, which, all right, that makes sense. That's fine. But like saying like, oh, how did it get to the spot in the first place? Like, oh, these timelines have nothing to do with it. But like that's sort of I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Like that doesn't make any sense. Why would anyone want to conquer land? Why would the Brits want to conquer the U.S.? Why would there be a conflict? Why would there be a conflict where the UK sends their colonizers to just kill the native population? Why would that happen in the first place? The natives weren't serving any problem there. No, people just suck sometimes. Yeah, people invade lands they've never gone to before. That's true. This happened. It's just Also, like, wait. Let me rewind a few seconds here. Oh, right. He's saying that the supposed truth is that there are the 3 space lizards, right? But, like, that's a thing. That was a lie made up by Kang. So you can't really criticize that when that's the reality these people are living with, right? That's a reality that all of the variants are living with, okay? So you could take any of those things and be like, oh, 3 space lizards, that's ridiculous. A bunch of men in spandex running around and punching people, that's ridiculous. Like, no, this is the reality of the universe to them, but in reality they were lied to, right? So, like, I don't know, dude. Let's just...
From existence. What the fuck is the TVA, you may ask? Well, the short version is that there used to be a bunch of different timelines, kind of like
that's not the
parallel
real version,
universes
though.
or whatever,
He's
but then it
neglecting
all
the
got a
fact
bit out hand
of
and
what
they
the
started
actual
fighting each
TVA
other.
was
Why the fuck would you go to war against
like,
a
brought
different
out to
branch
be.
of existence that has absolutely no impact on your own? Don't know. The upshot is that 3
Funny
giant
man uses
space
stock
lizards
images.
somehow found a way to amalgamate all these different multiverses into one single timeline, and they created the TVA to maintain the integrity of it. And if anyone else is getting Umbrella Academy vibes from all of this, then rest assured you're not alone.
I mean,
Anyway,
fair.
the TVA's
That's not a
main role is
criticism,
to hunt
though.
down variants, individuals who deviate from the correct flow of events and threaten the integrity of the timeline. How the fuck would you even begin to monitor something as infinitely vast and complex as the universe?
I don't know, guy. How would people make a super serum? How would people come across a super serum to put into a man and put stars and stripes? How would people make a thing of vibranium into a shield if it's so indestructible? How could it's just like you could say this about anything, right? Also, Kang is a genius scientist, right? He assimilated the entire... Assimilated? I don't know. Maybe that's the right word. He just made the entire TVA as an excuse to get well, not as an excuse to get power. He made it because he thought it was the right thing to do. But the thing is, like, how can you decide which one's the right timeline? Well, Kang made his own timeline be the right one, or that's at least my interpretation of it. Like, I'd imagine if you could see all time and space and know everything, you could navigate people to straighten out the universe. Yeah. Like, how do you make a suit of armor in a cave? True, Vespi. Like, this doesn't make sense, dude.
Where literally trillions of possible outcomes are decided every single nanosecond.
Yeah, it's been decided that they just, like, regulate every little moment on the timeline to make sure that they just make sure that the timeline happens the way that it needs to happen for Kang to be victorious. Like, that's just kind of that, like, and it's not like a good thing, and they don't say that this is a good thing and it's the best thing. The show frames it as a terrible thing. But it's a very complex thing. It's a very complex, like, dilemma, right? But I'll get to that further on in the video. It's like,
how do the space lizards decide what the correct flow of events should be?
Kang
Doesn't
did?
this mean that absolutely nothing that's happened up to this point actually means anything? Because
that's fair. I mean, I get that. But I guess there are still stakes, because, like, if you lose, or if they lose, or anything like that, they get disintegrated. They get put into the funny dimension with Eliath or whatever. So, I don't know. I guess, like, yeah, the TVA is literally fascist. Everyone says it.
because free will doesn't even exist? Don't know. The point is that Loki's escape with the Tesseract altered the timeline and marked...
Oh, sorry. He also brought up the free will thing there. Like, that's the major moral dilemma of the show. Like, in the ending, it's like, do you give people free will, or do you not have a giant multiversal war? Which, like, I don't know. I don't think that necessarily there would be a war if you just give people free will. I don't think genocide is the right way to do time, but I don't know. That's what I gathered. The whole thing was, everything was predetermined, still rubs you off a bit because you hate stuff like that in stories and you don't mind. Yeah, I get that. My hand? Yeah, I broke my arm. It's funny. Yeah. The main thing is, yeah, free will or order. Like, that's the big moral dilemma of the show. And it's done pretty well. So, like, good job not liking what the TVA does, I guess? Whatever. Thanks, Peter. I appreciate it.
Him out as a variance. Wait, shouldn't Tony Stark be erased since he's the one who invented the time machine?
No, because that's what they decided was the right timeline. Like, fair. Free will or me doing your not true.
Now, Loki's all set to be erased from history when Owen Wilson comes in with an offer he can't refuse. Help them to hunt down a particularly tricky variant they've been struggling to apprehend, and maybe they'll spare his life. I wonder why they want him in particular for a job like this.
Yeah.
This isn't about you.
Alright, here we go.
No way!
Here we
Oh
go.
wow, who could have predicted that this masked figure would turn out to be another variant of Loki?
I actually
Naturally,
didn't
because
predict
this
that.
Loki's a female, she's better than our version in every possible way. She's smarter, more cunning, more physically capable, better at fighting, and of course, she has a tragic backstory to totally justify her actions in the present. Because as you know, no woman is capable of being evil according to modern Hollywood.
Okay, alright, so here's the thing. This guy's like, oh, classic of the female has to be stronger than the real one. Like, alright, so they're different, they are different variants, right? They are different people, alright? They have different skill sets, and they use their skill sets differently. Like, throughout the show, like, she doesn't really use the knives thing that he tends to do it. He tends to do the knives thing, but she prefers enchanting. They have different abilities because they evolved differently throughout the timeline that they have lived. They are different characters. Like, she's not 100% stronger than him, and that's shown because there is a duel where it's pretty much the duel in the end of Loki shows that they are both pretty evenly matched when just fighting with swords. Like, she's better at fighting and a lot more cunning. She's also short-sighted and temperable. Yes, both Lokis are flawed. They are both flawed characters. She's not like a Mary Sue. She has, like, big flaws. Like, in the end of the show, she lets her ideals blind her to the dilemma that maybe there's something bigger at play here than free will. So she doesn't even stop to think about it. That's one of her flaws. She's not like a Mary Sue or anything. And also, he was like, "Oh, women just can't. Why can't a woman be evil in Hollywood?" First of all, what villains do you know of that? What villains that you know of that are just evil are really that interesting to think about? Like, really? There's not really many villains that you can think of. Oh yeah, also Hela. Hela was like kind of evil. She was literally the antagonist. Yeah, dude. Starflight, brilliant, good job. I didn't even catch that. Hela and Ghost were the major antagonists in both of their movies, and Carly. That's true. Carly was there. Hela was just evil for the most part, but I think she had motivation to be that, right? Like, she was cast off from her father for going too far, right? I think that was the story. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen Ragnarok, but yeah. So she had reasoning, and also, Carly wasn't the best written character. Also, the most interesting things aren't just like one person is evil and one person is good, right? That's just clear. This whole thing is a big moral dilemma, right? Because she's not... Also, as Loki said... Oh, I wanted to say this. Loki said this in the show. No one good is ever truly good, and no one evil is ever truly evil. Right? Something close to that. Nebula was a minor antagonist, that's true. So Loki has said this in the show. He's set up that there is no one who is just evil. Also, if you're just evil, that's just kind of a boring character at this point. I'd say it's much more interesting to see a backstory. Of course, she has a sad backstory. Like, seeing someone have a compelling backstory that gives their actions weight and has them, like, make sense in their own story. I'd much prefer that than she's just like, I'm an evil Loki and I want to kill people because I'm evil and I want to kill people because I am bad. No, her goal at the end of this is to get rid of the TVA so they stop killing people to keep their order. That's her goal, right? And she's doing whatever she can to get to that point. Even when there's a moral dilemma at the end, she sticks to her morals and she does that. She kills Kang, right? And the MCU is going to have to live with the consequences of that. She's not just like instantly like, oh, everything she did was right. That's awesome. She's doing what she thinks is right because she, as a child, was almost killed by a fascist time-space police force. And I think the reason they killed her was, I think, maybe because she was a girl version of Loki. Like, that might be the thing, but, like, come on. This is, like, why would she just be evil? That's not interesting at all. I think this show did a much better job of giving her, like, a set of morals and giving her a character. And, I don't know, like, saying that she's just not bad because women can't be evil in a Hollywood or whatever. Oh, she was nerding over the Valkyries? Is that what the thing? Yeah. She was just chilling there. But, like, saying that the reason she's not evil is because a woman can't be evil in Hollywood is just so wrong. There are there's antagonists who are women in the MCU. There's also, it's much more interesting when you have a good backstory written for these characters.
Anyway, female Loki is out to destroy the TVA, and naturally, original Loki starts following her around like an obedient puppy until the two of them get stranded on a planet that's about to explode. And they also have the hots for each other, which is really weird when you consider that they're literally variations of the same person.
Okay, they recognize this as weird in the show. They openly recognize this. Mobius is like, "Hey, what's the deal, guy? Wow, you're trying to get with that variant of yours? Wow, that's weird. Wow. What the heck?" Like, no, like they recognize that this is a weird thing in the show and they try to justify it. And like, all right, that's fine. Like, I don't know, can't believe evil women don't exist. You should hear about my ex, am I right? Huh? No, just kidding. I'm doing a bit. That's a satire thing. I'm just kidding. I'm just playing around. My wife, the weird relationship between the two. It is funny and narcissistic to an extent. Loki falling for himself is the Loki thing to do. It makes sense. Yeah. like, all right, let's just continue going. He continues to show the same clip from Game of Thrones of funny short man throwing up.
So, like, if they have sex, is that considered incest or masturbation?
Ha! That's not a
TVA
criticism.
Show up just in the nick of time and rescue them. And original Loki gets trapped in a punishment time loop where he gets kicked in the balls over and over again.
Okay, so they do. Sure, it might be kind of convenient that they show up at the right time, but they show up only because Loki told Owen Wilson, like, where he had been, where this Loki hides and where she tends to go. So, like, they knew about big destruction level events, and because they were, like, falling in love or something, that was the big Nexus event that was still being caused. That's how they were able to find them. There were still consequences for this, right? And then what did he say again?
Probation. But luckily the TVA show up just in the nick of time and rescue them, and original Loki gets trapped in a punishment time loop where he gets kicked in the balls over and over again.
Alright, here we go.
Fuck off, show.
Okay, so his whole thing here is just being like, oh, he's just getting kicked in the balls again? That's stupid. But that's such a surface level approach to this, because if you look at the actual scene there, the punishment wasn't him just getting kicked in the balls over and over again. The punishment was the words that Lady Sif was saying to him. She was saying, like, you are alone and you always will be. I think that was the quote. And she would say that over and over again. And that was what was getting to him. And you can tell that because the last time she didn't physically hit him. She just still said the same line and just left. And that's the punishment. The punishment is the emotional weight of, like, hearing these words that, like, set your character into place. Like, come on. Like, yeah. It's like, the balls thing wasn't the punishment. Like, yeah, it does build his character a lot more. Yeah. I not a lot more. It builds it a bit more, I would say. And I think it's very good. I think that's good, what he did. Like, I thought that was a good scene. Specifically because, like, it was a good development moment for Loki. He had to deal with seeing that scene over and over again, and no matter what he did to try to change and justify his actions, she would always say the same painful things to him that he would have to deal with, you know? These are the problems that he's been dealing with. Like, loneliness is what he is going through in this show.
Oh, eventually the two Lokis reunite, get to the space lizards and kill them, but they turn out to be puppets, and the man pulling the strings is actually a crazy black guy living in a floating castle at the end of time and space.
Alright, so this is the thing where it's just making something seem ridiculous by over-explaining it, and that can literally be done for anything in the MCU. Also, why you gotta mention, what's the fact that he's black gotta do with it? Like, why you, it seems like this guy, it seems like this guy is trying to, I don't know, criticize a show by saying that there's women and people of color in it? What? No, like, nah. Let's just keep on going. Let's see if he seems to do that anymore.
And he explains that he used to be a scientist who discovered all the multiverses and made contact with other versions of himself. But eventually they fell out and a war almost wiped out the universe until he recruited a giant space monster thing to eat all the other timelines so that his reality was the only one left.
Alright, so this is, like, kind of the explanation, like, that justifies all the criticisms that he had about the TVA in the first place. Right? Like, when he was criticizing the TVA before, it was like, oh, that's ridiculous. How would the space lizards decide anything? But, like, no, that's all explained in the finale. That's what finales are supposed to do. Finales are supposed to take all the unanswered questions and give an answer for a lot of them. And then leave a few unanswered, like, that don't mean a lot to the plot, or might open a sequel and then open some new things. So, yeah, the finale justified, well, it like gave reasoning for why how the TVA came to be, and he still, like, criticized the idea of it in the first one. Like, I don't know, we'll see. Many people, it said that 2012 Loki acted different than the Avengers movie. Well, if you see yourself die and see that your father adopted you and recognized you as a son, I think that yes, there's so much he still acts a lot like 2012 Loki when he's being taken away, but after he has, like, big therapy session with big character development, of course he's gonna change Like, of course he's gonna, like, open up and be a bit more vulnerable when he's just been deflecting everything in the past. He, like, has to watch his mother die. He watches his father die. He sees Asgard get destroyed. He sees, what does he see again? Oh, he sees himself die at the hands of Thanos, too. Like, he sees, like, he sees, like, destiny for himself. What's the quote that they, like, say over and over again in the show? It's, like, glorious purpose or something like that. So he sees what he's, like, meant to be, and that, of course, that makes him vulnerable. Like, the big time cops have decided that he's just going to fail over and over again. So yeah, he has big development throughout the show, guy. Like, I don't know. This is just a bad video, alright?
If the other multiverses were allowed to regrow, it would spawn new versions of himself that would eventually start the whole war again. The result is a kind of paradox where the Lokis have only two choices: either kill him and start a multiversal war that will result in his eventual resurrection, or take over themselves and carry on his work. Either way, well, he wins. Quite the conundrum, if I do say so myself.
Yeah.
But then female Loki just says fuck it and kills him anyway, and original Loki ends up in a different reality so that the show can set up the multiverse of madness.
Okay, so that's, like, ridiculous oversimplification. Like, if we know anything about Sylvie's character throughout the show, it's that she is on a mission to end the TVA and kill the person leading it. That is her goal. And she was doing, like, anything at all costs to get to that goal, so that way we won't have people suffering anymore. Right? When the TVA just steps in at every little speed bump. If someone, like, gets on the wrong train ride, then boom, the funny people come out. Like, the whole point is she is fighting for free will. Yeah, exactly. She's fighting for free will, and Kang brings up the possibility that, wait, if you make free will a thing, you're just going to cause a bunch more chaos. And that's where Loki is like, all right, let's see. This is a big problem. We need to figure this out. And she's still willing to do whatever she can to get free will for people. Yeah, this dude probably couldn't say a single thing about Sylvie's character. He was too busy crying whenever he saw a woman on screen. Oh, it's Commander Diversity. Like, what? You're just being racist, dude. Just say it. Just say it. Just say that you're sexist and you don't like seeing women or people of color on screen. Then just say that, dude.
Honestly, just when I think the MCU can't get any dumber or more disrespectful to its own legacy, along comes something like Loki to totally subvert my expectations.
Yeah, so this is the part of the video, well, it's a continuation of the video, where he just says things like this, and then just doesn't back it up. He just says that. He just makes the plot seem ridiculous. He says buzzwords, or just, like, calls people out for being a woman or person of color in the show, and then he just, like, makes bold, wait, did I say bold claims already? Yeah, he just makes bold claims that, like, he doesn't back up at all. Like, sure, you can have opinions about the show, but, like, if you're trying to do a criticism of a show, maybe, like, back things up with evidence. Like, come on, how is this disrespectful? Exactly, Andrew. How is it disrespectful? How is this show disrespectful to the MCU? There's so many great, like, references throughout the show, like, especially in the one where they're in the funny void. That's the episode where they do so much love to the MCU. They're like, hey, look at all these things from the thing that you watched before. Oh yeah, for sure, Alex. The shaming people for looking a certain way, that's ridiculous. Yeah. This show is, I'd say it's one of the best things in the MCU. And it's going to have so many consequences for the future. It's setting up a future past the Infinity Saga. It's raising the stakes for the rest of a billion-dollar franchise. And don't you think that's great? That's a great thing for continuing a big franchise. It's not like, yeah, it's, I don't know, like, this guy's breaking my brain by listening to him.
This show is an insult, not just to Marvel or its characters, but to basic storytelling, common sense, and human intelligence.
Okay, why? Why? Just tell me. Just tell me, guy. Why? Just tell me. Huh? What's that? What's that? Oh, you don't have any reasoning for this, and you're just upset that there's women and people of color on screen, so you just make the show seem ridiculous in concept. Fail to see any of the big emotional beats of the show. Fail to see any of the character development and just call it bad. Cause you're a funny, cynic drinker man on YouTube with 842,000 subscribers. Whatever, dude. Like, this is absurd. Of course, a multiversal, yes. Crazier than Thanos? Like, Thanos wanted to destroy the universe. The biggest thing that you can do outside of that is make a multiverse a conflict. And Kang is being set up as, like, a great villain for that. Like, Alright, so let's see. With Thanos, we had a very good reasoning for why Thanos was doing what he did. He wanted to eliminate half of life in the universe because he thought, well, we need to reset, we need to make sure that there's enough resources for everyone living in the universe, right? And Kang is going to be a great villain because he wants to establish order because of the multiversal war and the chaos that it caused, right? So it's a big, like, he's not, like, necessarily, like, a big, evil, funny blue man who teleports and wants to just conquer a timeline, right? Like, it's just insane. It's like he's gonna be a big, great villain, and I think that this show does a great job for the MCU. Let's see. The worst thing about these subscribers are kids. Yeah, kids learning to form opinions based on the amount of diversity in a show. Right, exactly. That's what Doomcock does. That's what Mike Zero does. That's what Robot Head does too. Those are all people like who take the MCU films or the Star Wars films and they're like, oh, you know how The Rise of Skywalker is bad? That's because there are people of color in it. No, that's just absurd. Yeah. He looked this dude up, found a bunch of Reddit forums about his shit takes are, and even people who sometimes watch his content were like, yeah, he's funny, but you won't shut the fuck up about women and minorities. True. Yeah. I don't even think he's that funny, but whatever. Comedy is subjective. If people think it's funny, that's fine. The show and WandaVision are both setting up big conflicts. Yes, this show more so. This show, like, literally put into motion the rest of the future of the MCU. Alright, we've been streaming for 42 minutes, and we've gotten 6 minutes into this video. We're doing great.
It's a perfect example of what happens when hubris, agenda, and greed take priority over story.
Agenda! He's saying that there's an agenda because there are women in the show. He's saying that there's an agenda because there are black people in the show. Dude, this is just classic right-wing YouTubers, dude. Also, did you see that? I have to, the way that I can't use this hand to, like, unscrew my water bottle, so I need to, like, squeeze it between my legs, and I just open it. Yeah, this guy's ridiculous. Like, an agenda? Yeah. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna drink from the White Girl water bottle. You thought this kind of reviews channel died in 2016? I wish, dude. Yeah.
Storytelling. A show made by people who either don't understand or openly hate the very property they've inherited, or simply don't care about anything except using them as a platform for the message.
Oh, here we go! Here we go! He did it. He did it, everyone. He is saying that diversity is bad. He is saying that it's bad to have equality. He's saying that it's bad. He's just saying that this stuff is bad this is the same thing he did with, like, just calling, he just said that Falcon and Winter Soldier was critical race theory before. And now he's at the point where he's just like, all right, mask off, dude, I'm racist. Mask off, dude, I'm sexist. Don't clip that out of context. But, like, I just don't understand how you can just be like this. Oh, man, dude, this guy, like, literally... He just put up a sign that says, like, a bunch of these cool things. Like, sure, women are good. Let's work together. Rights, equality, diversity. What is wrong with these things, dude? What is wrong with anything on the screen right now? This is not a criticism. You're saying that it's pushing an agenda only because there are black people and women in the show. Like, come on, dude. Yeah. Also, yeah, it's just, this is an absolutely ridiculous claim that, like, it's pushing an agenda just because they're, yeah. Oh, yeah, humans there, too. The human agenda. They're pushing the human agenda, dude. Oh, yeah, they mentioned that Loki is bi without glorifying. That's true. That's true. Like, also, it makes total sense for Loki to be bi, dude. Like, Loki and Lando are, like, characters where it's just, like, it doesn't matter who. They're just gonna, you know, they're just gonna do the funny, you know? They're just gonna make out with whoever, right? Like, they're just charmers. That's their whole thing. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's continue into diversity is bad for some reason that we're not going to explain. Yeah, he's not talking about the substance. He's just mad that there's diversity. He's making the show seem ridiculous, making absurd claims about the show, and just saying that diversity is bad. Here we go.
Loki himself now talks and acts like a completely different person, falling for obvious deceptions that he never would have before.
Yeah, that's just not true. He's the same person. He's just developed a bit more. Like, come on. Yeah, this is just ridiculous. Yeah, this guy made video depicting Gina Carano as a... Wait, Gina... Oh, but it told... as a old fairy tale, making her seem like a princess or queen or whatever. Oh, that's weird. Oh, boy. Are we gonna have to dive into more videos from this guy? Please, no.
Making dumb decisions that are totally inappropriate to the situation, or failing to come up with any logical plans, contingencies, or counters to anything that's happening.
Okay, so give an example. Give an example. Like, you're saying that he's making a bunch of dumb decisions. So take one of the decisions he makes and just tell me why it's dumb. Tell me why it's a bad decision and tell me why it's against his character. You could do that. It would strengthen your criticism. Maybe just do that. You know, maybe just try. Just try doing that.
This version of Loki is emotional, short-sighted, impulsive, stupid, weak, needy, and gullible. In short, a once smart, calculating...
Yeah, so he just, like, I don't know, dude. Like, oh no, this Loki has been upfront about his emotions, so that means he's weak. No. This is absurd. Trying to kill Eliath? Yeah, sure, that's kind of dumb. But of course, he'd try to do that. I mean, I think that makes sense for like, Loki to do. Yeah. Cosmonaut's video was surprisingly good and matches your thoughts pretty well. I might check out Cosmonaut's video, but I think my main point of the stream is just gonna be checking out how dumb this video is, dude. I'm just...
and formidable character has been artificially dumbed down in order to make this fucking shit show possible.
He hasn't been dumbed down, he's just taken completely out of his element. He's taken completely out of his element. It's making him stronger. It's making him a smarter character who knows more about the universe than anyone else in the regular MCU timeline. It's making him know so much more than, like, Tony Stark, right? Because this guy, Loki knows about a multiverse now. Loki knows about a big, overwhelming time regime that was keeping everything in its place. And nobody of the Avengers made that. Like, nobody of the Avengers knew that. He's not being dumbed down. No, he's learning through this experience, and he's becoming a much wiser character than he ever was in Avengers. Like, come on. Dude, this just sucks.
I've said before that any character, no matter how awesome, is only ever as smart as the person writing them, and well, make of that what you will. But hey, at least he's bisexual now, as we find out in a blink and you'll miss it scene that I'm willing to bet 99% of the audience didn't even notice or care about.
Okay, so wait, which is it? Which is it? Dude, which is it, guy? Because, like, you claim that having black actors in this show makes it a diversity fest or whatever. Like, you're claiming that that's critical race theory to just have a black person in a show. But, like, now when it's just, like, slightly just tossed around that Loki's bisexual, which makes sense, which makes total sense, it doesn't matter. I mean, I think that makes total sense for his character. Also, yeah, he's gender fluid, too. Like, that makes sense. He's a shapeshifter. But, like, of course he doesn't touch on that, because... I don't know. Like, are you upset that there's too much pushing down your throat? Or are you criticizing when there's not enough of him being bisexual on the show? What? Yeah, there's a full 5 seconds. Oh, leading up to the... Really? Yeah, that's true. That's true. There is. Yeah. It's... Nobody missed that. Like, the fact that he's saying 99% of the show, of people watching it just missed it? No. That's just people who don't pay attention to dialogue. People who are like, I just want people to be evil and good and then fight each other. And then that's good. Then that's good television. I don't like boring talking. I don't like boring conversation. Come on. Yeah, that's true. In mythology, he does that. He does that, Count Cringe.
Or perhaps another prince.
A bit of both.
He cut the silence. He cut the silence there. 99% of the Twitter wouldn't shut up about it. Yeah. Like, everyone knew about it. Also, he cut the time between him processing what she's saying and him talking about it, right? Because I feel like that's significant, right? Like Andrew said before, there's a full 5 seconds of silence, and you can tell it's a very clear cut in this video of he's just like, oh, he instantly just says it and just glosses over it. No, like, come on.
I suspect the same as you.
Oh my god, I was literally shit.
All right, let's see. Real trans people stand with... Okay, so here we go. Straw man. Yes never means yes when you're... What? Let's just read these in the background here, dude. Independent thinkers against fundies. Involved monkeys, silly religion. Smash rave culture. Rave is not fun. What? This is such a straw man, dude. Look at all the new study from the University of Israel finds white people and Christianity be this is just what? Also, why are you associating leftist? Wait, is this supposed to be a neolib? I don't understand this because most leftists are the ones who are standing with Palestine too, dude. Like what? Smash Christian white cis patriarchy, dude. No hate. This is absurd. This is like a biggest straw man ever. If you aren't a Democrat, then you are a racist bigot. But that's weird because like the only politicians that were standing with Palestine were like the very left-wing Democrats. But whatever, dude. All white men are rapists. That's absurd. Kill white. All right, that's funny. Together we fight peace through Islam. What? Pink is a boy's color. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with wearing pink, dude? Do I have to go grab my pink and blue sweatshirt? Are you gonna be mad at me? Is that gonna make me SJW, dude? Oh my! Destroy Christianity. Thank you. All right, dude. Whatever.
Not that any of this particularly matters anyway, because really, Loki is just a side character in his own show. The real star of this story is female Loki, better known as Sylvie, a version of him that escaped TVA custody as a child by stamping on an agent's foot.
Dude, like what? So first of all, it's very clearly a Loki show because the majority of camera time is on Loki. The majority of the scenes are with Loki and focused on Loki and what he does. Of course, all right, Sylvie, yeah, if you got bit on the hand and then stomped on and then just twisted around and got run away by a little girl who you thought couldn't do anything against you, sure she could escape. Why not? Why not, dude? If this TVA is so ridiculous and fragile as you claim them to be in the first place, then why would it be such a surprise that she was able to get away? Oh my god, dude. This is so absurd.
And
there we
she's
go.
been on the run most of her life, plotting for a way to take revenge. The entire narrative...
That's not true, actually. She's not trying to take revenge. She's just trying to get free will for people. But whatever.
Is basically structured
Thanks for the water,
around this
Ahadu.
character and her objective, and original Loki is just along for the ride.
Yeah, that's just not
Sylvie is
true.
the one making all the major decisions, winning all the important battles, figuring out the most vital clues, and generally driving the plot forward. While originally...
Yeah, nothing says, like, winning all the important battles like actually just getting captured. Like, actually getting captured and beat up multiple times, dude. Nothing says... Oh my god. What's going on? This video sucks. This is just not good.
You know, Loki just kind of stumbles along behind her looking confused. Jesus, what a fucking...
Alright, of course he's confused. He's completely out of his element. He's being transported across time. He is used to just trying to conquer Earth. That is what he is used to. He's used to fighting against his brother and conquering Earth. Of course he's confused when he's on a completely different planet that he didn't know existed, trying to survive the moon from crashing down on him. Whatever, dude. Yeah, the show would be so boring if Sylvie didn't do anything at all. Yeah. I think Sylvie's a great character. I thought she was very well written, very well acted, and I thought she did a great job at, like, being interesting. Like a good variant of Loki. It made the show so much better. Whatever, dude.
waste of an amazing actor.
It wasn't a waste of an amazing actor. You say yourself, I'm not sure if you've already said it because this video is so long and tedious, but like, you've said that the dialogue parts are just boring, but that's just because you're not focusing on the development to this character that Tom Hiddleston is acting, alright? Whatever, man. Imagine how livid this guy would be if he found out the composer was a woman. True! Also, the score for this show is great, by the way. Shout out. Wait, one sec. I gotta find. Wait. Let me just pull up the name of the person who wrote the score. In my Apple Music library. Yeah, I use Natalie Holt, dude. Shout out Natalie Holt. She's incredible at music. But apparently that's SJW to have a woman do something. So whatever.
The hallmark of shitty writers is their inability to elevate their own mediocre work, either through lack of talent, intelligence, or creativity. So instead, they resort to tearing down everyone else to make themselves look better. Like,
yeah, that's just a dumb claim. Best song is when old Loki is creating the illusion. Fair. Isn't that just Flight of the Valkyries? I mean, I like it, but I was just wondering. But like, here we go.
Like the Infinity Stones, for example, which were set up as some of the most powerful and destructive objects.
Yes,
in the
because they are.
Only for the TVA to use them as paperweights.
The thing is, the literal whole point of this is establishing. First of all, we already know from Endgame that these only work in their own realities, right? Or is that in the comics or something like that? The Infinity Stones only work in their set realities. And of course they're going to have a bunch of Infinity Stones just lying around here when their whole job is just to stop bad things from happening to the timeline. Like, it makes total sense. And this is an establishing moment that where Loki can finally realize, oh, there is more to this universe than I possibly could have known, because the most powerful item I've ever seen is just sitting here in a box. Magic doesn't work in the TVA. Yeah. The whole point. Yeah, that's also the whole point. We're done with the Infinity Stones. We're on to much crazier powers now. It's an establishing thing. Yeah. Man, this guy sucks.
Because that makes the TVA look really cool, right? Or Loki himself, who was once a cool and ruthless antagonist, but now he's a background character in his own story, constantly getting outsmarted, overpowered, and humiliated by a selection of strong, diverse female characters.
What? Dude, please just, like, step outside, man. Please just, like, go outside your mom's house for, like, one day, dude. Like, what's going on, man? Why you got such a problem with women being in things, dude? Why you got problem with diversity? Is it bad for some reason? Are you sad? Is someone sad because there was still a white male lead for this show? And the leads of this show were still white? Are you still mad because of that? Are you still mad that there were people of color in this show, dude? That's just absurd. This guy sucks.
Honestly, this shit is so fucking ridiculous and predictable at this point that it barely even qualifies as storytelling. It's just recycling the same formula and ticking the same boxes over and over again.
This was the, like, most subversive show of the MCU so far, in my opinion, at least. Like, I don't know. Like, it didn't seem to just tick off boxes. right? Like, was this really just... I don't think this was generic at all. This was a very different show from the first, like, moment of it. It's got, like... Why is this guy complaining about looking at pretty girls? True, dude. Also, we just hit an hour on the stream. Shout out. I just think it's... I just think... Wait, what was I on about? Alex is just being based in chat, so I can't focus on this thing. Let me just...
Ridiculous and predictable at this point that it barely even qualifies as storytelling.
Yeah, that's just... What? Barely clarifies storytelling? Qualifies as storytelling, dude? You're just making a claim, dude, and you're not backing it up with anything. Like, come on, guy. Come on, you can make an argument, guy. Just work on it. Just work a little harder. Just, like, solidify your arguments with things other than there are black people in this show and there are women in this show. Like, I think personally, I think it's cool that there are black people and women in the show. I think that that's great. I think people of color should be in things because that's how life is. Because they are real people and they should be in things and the actors are talented. Like, I don't know, dude. Also, like, this is the... Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. This is the least, like, generic MCU thing. Like, WandaVision started off as super subversive, but then by the end, they had kind of ruined it, which really upset me, because they took a really interesting character, to me, originally, was... what was his name? Hayward? Was that his name? Was that Hayward? Was that the U.S. guy? Hayward. It was Hayward. It was Hayward, and it was sort of a criticism of, oh, should we jump to violence right away for this situation, or should we figure it out on our, like, other things? Like, should we not figure it out exclusively by using violence? And I thought that was going to be really interesting. And then they added the twist villain of Agatha, and Agatha is just Scarlet Witch, but she wants to take all of the power from she wants to take all the power from Wanda. And that just upset me, because, like... Oh, and then we got evil version of villain. So we've got all these, like, one-dimensional characters. Actually, I really liked what they did with Vision. I really liked the Ship of Theseus scene. That was really good. But you have this finale with a bunch of one-dimensional villains, where their whole thing is just being evil, like Agatha. Like Agatha Harkness. Agatha Harkness's whole thing is being evil, and like he said before... Wait, oh! Boom! Boom! Oh my god. He said earlier, apparently a woman can't be evil in Hollywood, but that was the entire bad thing with WandaVision. When Agatha was just evil to be evil, that ruined the complexity of the show. Doesn't that just dismantle his entire argument he made in the beginning? That's just ridiculous, dude. Also, yeah, Hayward could have been a really interesting criticism of how the U.S. often uses violence in situations where we should be using community building programs or other things like that. But then he just shoots at children. So, I don't know, dude. Yeah, I'm spitting, dude. Alright, I guess we gotta keep going.
It's just recycling the same formula and ticking the same boxes over and over again.
It's really not. Like, the music was so different. The cinematography was much, much, much better. The special effects were great. And these were different characters doing their own different story. And it was setting up a new problem for the MCU to handle. Like, this is not a just formulaic thing.
Belittling and mocking the work of previous writers, it doesn't just
That's
bring
just
down
not
their
true.
accomplishments, it diminishes your own, such as they are. It implies that you don't have enough confidence in your own work to put it on an equal playing field, and the only way to win is to retroactively handicap the other players. The problem is that your audience isn't as dumb as you. They can see exactly what you're doing, and they know why you're doing it. The writing, direction, and pacing is some of the worst I've seen in any MCU product ever. The first 3 episodes...
I just don't understand. This guy just doesn't understand basic, Alex, thanks for the water. At this point, like, he's just saying that it's bad without giving actual backing to any of it. He's saying that it's some of the worst pacing of the MCU. Have you seen Thor: The Dark World, guy? Like, come on. This is not bad pacing. This is, I'd say this is really good pacing. There's a lot of really good character development that's necessary for Loki to have his feeling in the end. In the beginning of the show, Loki's very focused on, hey, chaos is great. I love chaos. But as he develops throughout the show, he becomes more vulnerable emotionally, and he becomes more and more open to different ideas. And that allows it when Kang is mentioning, hey, chaos could be fine. You could kill me, and you'd get your chaos. You'd get your multiverse. But then there would just be giant war, and I would still win. But if you just take over, if you let me retire, and you guys stay in charge of the TVA, we won't have that kind of chaos anymore. And that when Loki considered having order over chaos in that final moment, that showed how much he had developed. These moments in the show of character development were all leading up to Loki questioning chaos as a reality and instead choosing to fight for maybe thinking over to see if chaos is really the right way to go. Like, boom. Couldn't finish Dark World. You did an MCU with your boyfriend? Yeah. Loki is very slow, but yeah, it dwells on character stuff. And it's really necessary. It's necessary, otherwise the ending won't have as much weight. Alright.
Episodes are basically an endless stream of dull conversations over a table, or dull conversations over lunch, or dull conversations over a drink.
You're saying that, but you also are just lacking you're just not seeing these scenes for what they mean. They're not every scene has to be a flashy action scene. Those scenes are there to provide character development and thoughtful insight to these universes and to like this universe and these characters as people. These aren't dull because they're acted very well by these people that you have said yourself are talented, guy. Like, this is just, I don't know. The best show of the three we've gotten so far. I think so too. I think it really nailed the finale the way that the others didn't really. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier had an okay finale, but I really would have preferred if John Walker had killed Carly. I think that would have been much better. And that would have given us a really good villain for Falcon and Winter Soldier, because I think that's what it was missing. Alright, let's just continue. But WandaVision really just, I was really excited for that show, and it just met. I'll probably make like a full video. I mean, I've said that I'm gonna make a video about it for like several months now. But now that I'm like broken, I might actually just sit down and get around to doing it, because I don't know, I was excited for that show. But anyway, back to the video that we've been discussing for an hour and 8 minutes.
Everyone is always talking, but none of them are saying anything worth listening to. It's all trite, irrelevant, repetitive garbage. Like the first episode, which is basically Loki talking about his feelings and insecurities for 45 minutes.
Yeah, buddy, that's just called character development. You should try it. You should try listening to these scenes, dude. My God.
Eventually admitting that he's a weak, fragile attention seeker. Oh God, make it stop. Remember when scripts would show characters acting with a consistent pattern of behavior and trust the audience to make up their own minds about them, instead of straight up telling you what their personality is? Characters constantly repeat things they've already said, reiterate stuff the audience already knows, and circle back to previous ideas and conversations without adding anything new, and it all just smacks of lazy, bloated, amateurish writing that desperately needs to be tightened up.
Alright, give an example of these scenes that are bad, and tell me why they're bad. Because right now you're just, like, not giving an argument for these at all, dude. Like, come on, the best parts of these shows come from figuring out who these characters are. Because I think Loki needed that character session. Because, like, alright, sure, he was cool in Avengers. He was fun in Avengers. He was a cool, interesting villain there. But he was still just sort of like, I want to conquer this so my father will see who I really am. And it's just sort of like, but why? And this show dives deep into why he feels that way. And it gets him, like, I think that it does a very good job, like, making Loki more human rather than space god who wants to conquer New York. And I think Ragnarok did a good job with that too. But yeah, like, he's just saying that it's bad without giving reasoning or evidence for it. That's just a trend. Alright, we got like 1 minute left. Let's just jump into it.
In the hands of talented writers and directors, this show could easily have been wrapped up in 3 or 4 tightly scripted episodes, instead of this tedious, repetitive shite churned out by...
Nah, as I've found out by WandaVision, like, you can't really rush a show dealing with such complex morals, because, like, when you have a bunch of great ideas, but then you leave it to just the finale to cap all of those ideas off, it can get a bit crammed, and that's what messed up the finale. Like, come on, dude. This is just like, I don't know.
Talentless hacks that were happy to stand on the shoulders of giants and take a shit all over them in the process. What's funny here is that the show actually tries to grapple with big, meaty philosophical ideas, like the toppling of dictators leading to a destructive power vacuum, or the paradoxical choice between secure servitude and chaotic free will. But because the writers are fucking idiots, the show's unable to offer any meaningful insights or solutions to any of this stuff.
Why not? Take like literally any of the insights and just deconstruct and say why this is bad. But you're not doing that. You're not doing that. I think, based on the big finale, like, I thought it was more of a, it might have been sort of a criticism of when people stick only to their ideals and stick only to what they know and fail to consider the thoughts of others, then their action can cause major consequences for the people around them. And that's exactly what Sylvie did. She stuck to what she knew, she stuck to her goal, and she didn't consider anything else. And that was her flaw. And that caused big chaos for the rest of the MCU, that now the rest of the MCU is going to be focused on dealing with that. Like, there's a lot of deep stuff here that I could dive into with time, but it's just not really getting into it, dude. Like, I don't know. Like, this is just 45 seconds. Let's just keep watching, dude.
Kill the bad guy and hope for the best.
No, it's not.
The upshot is that Loki is quite simply a waste. A waste of time and money, a waste of talented actors and interesting characters, and a waste of all the years of hard work that made this show possible in the first place. The Infinity Saga was all about hooking you in and getting you invested, but it's becoming pretty obvious that the honeymoon is over now, and so is the fun that came with it. Now the MCU is all about quotas, messages, and smashing down everything they built up. Kind of like the comic book industry now that I think about it. Well, if that's the case, they're fucking welcome to it. I'm just gonna sit back with a beer and watch it all burn. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Wow, funny edgy man ended his video by just saying, "Get out of here." Alright, whatever, dude. I'm gonna do Black Widow after this? Maybe? Did he do a video on Black Widow? Like, dude, this... I don't understand how this show's a waste. Wait, let me see this. It was so interesting because I read forums of people discussing the morality of Immortus and Loki, and there was varying thoughts and opinions on it. And it showed that the show is great at creating morally gray characters without telling everything directly to your face. Yes, exactly that. If you don't want the show to tell you, if you don't want the show to be upfront about everything about the character, and you want to make the audience decide about their own thing, then why did you want Sylvie to just be evil, dude? Weird. He can't seem to, like, set anything straight. This video sucks, dude. Yeah, we got through it, though. Hour and 14 minutes. I'm clapping my hands, but it's kind of hard to. Let's see. Falcon and Winter Soldier, or if Anakin was really an SJW. Let's see. I'm going to shout out, I'm going to take this time, and I'm going to, now that we've gone through this, now that we've gone through the Critical Drinker, I'm going to point out a few channels that I really do enjoy for, like, film criticism and stuff like that. If you're looking for more, hey, I want like breakdowns of things, and I want breakdowns of episodes, and I want Easter eggs, and I want to see the stuff like that, I really recommend Mr. Sunday Movies. Mr. Sunday Movies does a really good job just like finding all the little things hidden in the background and cool things like that. He does a really good job, and he's a very entertaining guy. Mr. Sunday Movies, and again, James and Meso, they own this podcast called The Weekly Planet, and I listen to it weekly. It's very good. I highly recommend that. So if you're looking for a more positive experience of things, boom. Check out Mr. Sunday Movies. If you like criticism of things, if you like really well thought out criticism and responses to bad criticisms, I recommend JXE. They do a very good job. They just did a 5-hour video on the fall of Doctor Who through the most recent seasons, and that's a very good video. I highly recommend that. It's very, very good. I also like Schaeferless Productions. He's done videos that I've really enjoyed, like ranking every Phineas and Ferb song. Schaeferless Productions is great. Do I like new rock stars? I think I used to be subscribed to them, but they would just post a lot of spoilers and thumbnails for things, so I just was unsubscribed. Yeah. Yes, JXE is very good. I very much recommend JXE. Let's see. I guess Gus Johnson is showing up and recommended. I love Gus Johnson. Do that. Oh boy. Alright, what do we want to do? Do we want to watch another video? Wait, what's this? Let's see. WandaVision. It was fun for a while. I mean, I kind of agree with that, but I don't want to just like sit here and agree with this guy while he also just hates women and black people. So like, come on. I'm not going to that's the thing. The problem is I used to watch channels like Doomcock and wait, let me just look up Mike Zero. Here we go. Oh yeah, Andrew, by the way, I shouted out your YouTube channel. Oh yeah, I also like Andrew's YouTube channel. Let's look at Mike Zero here. This is Mike Zero. All right. Every single one of his videos is the same. All right? This is a little deep dive. Mike Zero is known in the Star Wars community for just making blatant clickbait with no substance at all. Let's see. Let's take a look at his channel. I don't want to watch it. I just want to scroll through his videos and show you how literally every single one of them is the same. Dude. Yeah. Let's see. Lucasfilm just rehired Daisy Ridley. Jon Favreau fired Star Wars writer. Brie Larson responds to... This guy is obsessed with Brie Larson. He will bring up Brie Larson in any Star Wars thing just to get people upset. Look, here we go. Disney CEO just fired Brie Larson from Star Wars TV. Jon Favreau is fixing Star Wars. Daisy Ridley reveals terrible truth of Kathleen Kennedy. Mark Hamill reveals untold truth of Gina Carano. It's literally, if you look at all of these things, they are all the same video, right? Brie Larson marries me. Kathleen Kennedy forced to watch the mingling unfold. Like, all of these videos are just probably put in a word generator and then just made up fake news for. It's made exclusively for the views. It's absurd. Let's see. Here we go. Daisy Ridley reveals horrible truth. It's like I'm looking at a bunch of the same videos. Because he'll claim that, like, Mace Windu's automatically coming back. He'll claim that Brie Larson was hired for a Disney project. Jon Favreau serves an attorney. But, like, apparently Brie Larson has been fired, like, 6 times. Brie Larson is in trouble with Lucasfilm now. Brie Larson wants to quit from Star Wars. Like, my God. This is just a terrible wormhole that you'd like never want to go down, because once you've seen one Mike Zero video, you've seen them all. And Mike Zero, Doomcock's another one, and Robot Head are all YouTubers that I've seen where they sort of take... Well, wait, no. Mike Zero is just a blatant clickbait, dude. But Brie Larson... oh my god, he got me to say Brie Larson. He got me to say Brie Larson. He got me to... I've been scrolling through his shit so long that he made me say just Brie Larson. Oh yeah, The Quartering, and I think there's a guy, No Bullshit, too. These are all, like, YouTubers that just do... they claim to... they do criticism of something, but in reality, they're just blaming all the flaws of things on... of media on diversity. And that's just absurd. Like, it's not... The reason the WandaVision finale didn't do great is not because there was a black actor in it. No, that's just absurd. But, like, and the reason the sequels weren't great isn't because there was a woman lead. No, that's absurd. But these people make it out to seem like there's an SJW agenda at Disney when Disney really just wants to make money. And they... I don't know, it's just absurd. 200,000 people are subscribed to him because people are insane. Yeah. Mahler makes longest videos that mean nothing and are super boring and derivative. I don't know. I saw his Snyder Justice League video and I was like, hey, that's good. Of course I'm subbed to Hasanabi. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Want to scroll through? Oh, my God, dude. Oh, this is embarrassing. Here we go. My subscriptions. I got Hassan Piker, Critical, and then just a bunch of Hermitcraft creators. We got like Gus and Eddie podcast. We got JXU. We got some more news. Mr. Sunday movies. We got Cody Co. Hacksmith Industries. You know what? I might not be subscribed to M&R Productions anymore soon, but I don't know. Hacksmith is great, dude. Yeah, sequels are bad because they were fit to a release schedule rather than waiting till there was a good storyline set. Schaeferless Productions is right here too, if you're interested. Wait, why am I subbed to Dream? What the hell? Why am I subbed to Dream? What? When did this happen? That's what the mask is. That's what the point of the mask is. I'm not a Dream stan, dude. Don't clip this out of context. I hate you. Let's see. Also, this is like... I've had this YouTube channel for a while. So it might be a lot of... Oh, Burback, dude. Sven Johnson. Ted Nivison's great. Gus Johnson. I love Gus Johnson. Let's see. Yeah. Danny Gonzalez, yeah. Yeah, I got Drew Gooden and Danny. Yeah. Alright, but let's see. What should we do for the rest of the stream, chat? Chat, what should we do? I'm gonna go full screen here. I'm gonna make my face full screen. What up, guys? Hey, yo, I'm here. Is JonTron still a good person? I'm not sure. I don't know. I think he's still fine, right? Play Among Us. I'm not playing Among Us, Ahadu. Let's watch more funnies. Alright, what should we watch then? Your John's racist? I heard he made comments, but I think when I still watched the H3 podcast, I think I saw like an apology from him. Like, I'm not sure if it excuses it or anything. I'm not sure if it's a controversy, but like, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna like make a claim about him if I don't have anything to back it up. Alright, what should we watch? Should we watch? Because I'm not sure how much longer I want to stream. I'm tired. I've got a broken arm. I've got a funny Iron Man arc reactor arm. And yeah. Let's see. If you guys gotta... He was apologizing on H3 and I was like, yeah, I'm better. I've made mistakes and put it all behind me. And then Ethan railed on him for 20 more minutes. Oh, God. Talk about Star Wars anime? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that looks cool. Tell jokes? Nah. Nah, I'm not funny like that. I don't have planned jokes. I just have things in the moment that I'm able to throw in because I'm an improv guy. Let's see. The Star Wars anime looks great. Yeah, that's coming out soon on Disney Plus. That's gonna be Star Wars Visions. It's called. It's like I think it's gonna be. It's sort of like the Clone Wars, where it's like an anthology series of just like a bunch of individual creators made their own individual Star Wars episode in the anime style. So that looks pretty interesting. Like I like seeing a bunch of like creative takes on a franchise that I enjoy. Cosmonaut Loki, maybe. And thoughts on PP Poo Poo. What? Worries and concerns for Phase 4. Brie Larson's Star Wars Kathleen. And for the one about the twins, the art style is super crazy and weird. Yeah, that seems dope. I'm interested for the Boba Fett one too. There's also that one, I think it's called The Duel, where all the lightsabers look like katanas, and I'm like, that seems dope as hell. Like, I'm rocking with that. All right, should we watch Cosmonaut Variety Hour? Because I feel bad looking this up because like his Rebels video is terrible. Cosmonaut did like such a bad job on his Rebels take. He redeemed himself with the Loki take. All right, let me see. Twins are gonna be the best because the boy looks like from our and Leo's hot. Okay. Can't tell what people. Oh, Lucas, I really like Star Wars Rebels. I was not sure about it at first, but when I took the time and like watched it with an open mind, I really enjoyed it. There's a lot that, sure, the first season's like really fun, and it's a lot of like kid humor, and I'm fine with that personally. But some people might not be. And season 1 is really it's fun and it has more of an uplifting theme to it. But there's still the theme of the Empire being there. And as the show goes along, as the rebels continue to win on Lothal, there becomes more and more of an oppressive regime of the Empire. Because this is as the Empire is still forming. This is as the Empire is solidifying itself as a strong force in the Star Wars universe. Funny pun. And like immediately on the season 2 premiere, you can there's like a tone change because the Empire is sending more forces onto Lothal, and it's instantly like a tonal shift. Like you can tell instantly, oh, this show is going in a different direction because the Empire is serious now. And that's when the villains just start getting more and more like threatening. Like Vader is in the show and he's a menace. Like nothing is surviving past Vader. It's crazy. They do Vader very well. Tarkin they do all right. And when they get to Grand Admiral Thrawn, he is legitimately, he might be my favorite Star Wars villain. He's just done so well. He doesn't see a loss as a loss. He sees it as a way to get better and a way to study the tactics of the rebels. And it makes the season 3 finale just so good. The season 3 finale of Star Wars Rebels is like the Empire Strikes Back of Rebels, I'd say. It's very, very good. Also, Kanan's a great character. It's a fun show. All the characters are pretty likable. People don't like Ezra, but I think I enjoy him. I like his arc throughout the series. He stops being selfish and only fending for himself, and he really like care. It shows that like he really does genuinely care about the people of Lothal and the people of other planets, and he just becomes such a good character. Bad Batch? I like Bad Batch. I think it's pretty good. I wish it was more of a solid storyline. That's one thing I like about Rebels, because Clone Wars is a bit of an anthology series, so it's like, all right, there's going to be different arcs, and I like Clone Wars a lot. There's a lot of really good arcs, but then there's also a lot of really bad arcs. But with Rebels, there's a really solid storyline that's consistent from the first one. I think the Bad Batch could use a really solid storyline instead of doing the Mandalorian thing where it's just like, all right, we're at this planet, and now we're going to go to this planet, and we're going to see, oh, look who it is. It's It's the Martez sisters. Oh, look who it is. It's Jabba's wife. Oh, look who it is. It's I probably should have had my arm at that angle. Oh, that's fun. Oh boy. I think Bad Batch could use like a better time. I don't know. I think the Bad Batch could use a much better, like, if it had a set like storyline that it was committed to. I would like it a bit more, but it feels like it's just hopping over from little. All right, wait. Actually, I think this show is a great transition between Clone Wars and Rebels, because it introduces some characters from Rebels, but not only that, it takes the Clone Wars style of miniature arcs that are on their own, and it puts those arcs into one overall storyline, kind of. So I'd say it's a pretty good transition, because it's like, time-wise, it's before Rebels and after Clone Wars. And it's a pretty good transition show, because it gets you out of the arcs, and it gets you more into the overall storyline. Bad Batch would be better if there was more time spent on the main cast, yes. I want Tech and Echo to like actually have characters other than, oh, I'm good at doing tech, and I'm good at sticking my funny hand into an outlet and twisting it. Oh my god. Latest few apps are pretty good. I like them. My favorite Star Wars thing in general. I mean, I rewatched the original trilogy recently, and Empire Strikes Back is phenomenal. Like, the funny hand sounds like I really, really like Empire Strikes Back, but I still think my favorite movie is Return of the Jedi, just because it's so fun. It's such a fun ride, and it's a really nice emotional ending to one of my favorite trilogies of all time. So I think Return of the Jedi nails it for me, mostly because of the Celebration edition of the Celebration theme, because like that thing slaps, dude. Without that emotional music at the end, like, it wouldn't have as much weight. Empire is great, dude. Watching OG Han is your favorite Star Wars good guy. That's fair. Beginning it. Oh yeah. It's really convoluted in the beginning, and you don't know what the plan is. Han is wasted. It's still so much fun though. Like, it's big sand ship flying over, and then there's a plan apparently, and Luke has a green lightsaber against the blue sky. It has a rocky middle for you, but you adore the ending. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's mostly my favorite because of how good of an ending it has. You know? Yeah. I also really do like the Clone Wars. Actually, I'll say I really do like a lot of the Clone Wars. Sorry, a Star Wars dude, but I'm not a fan of the D Squad arc, and that's the D Squad arc is there's a bunch of droids, and the droids do the funny. Wait, let's see if I can. Let's see. Will it allow me to stream just the screen of Disney Plus? All right, let's see. Browser. Yeah, boom. All right, let's see. I need to go through this because there's a lot of really solid stuff in here. The show starts off a bit rough, but overall there's some really good stuff here. I like Ambush. I like Rookies is very good. But then it gets to the downfall of a droid, which is a terrible, terrible, terrible episode. And then Duel of the Droids is just fine. Then you got Bombad Jedi right after that. But I like Cloak of Darkness and Layer of Grievous. Then we got Dooku Captured and Gungan General. Jedi Crash and Defenders of Peace is fine. It brings in like an interesting stuff of like, hey, war is bad. Black and Gold are too scary. I've not read High Republic yet. But I might have one of my favorite Instagram accounts, Mike All Star Wars. He might be reading a new book to me. So when I fall asleep. That was a bit we were doing on a voice chat. Oh yeah, Grievous. We'll get to that. Trespass is pretty good, I think. At least I remember it being. Hidden Enemy? I liked Hidden Enemy, I think. Blue Shadow Virus. Oh, yeah. This is literally COVID-19 outbreak. Storm... I think Ryloth is good, and Hostage Crisis is a great setup for, like, how awesome Cad Bane is. Clone Wars episode tier list? Oh, wait. Should we? I might do a tier list. Wait, let's do a tier list. Wait, this is what streamers do all the time. I want to do this. Wait, let's do this now. Let me get a... Let me just find a good one. Let me just find one. Alright. Tier maker. It's hard to type with a broken arm. Let's see. Tier list. I'm just gonna do tier list for 5 hours straight. It's gonna do great. Oh yeah, I gotta change the stream title. Thank you. Alright, let's see. Sorry, I gotta do this on my phone. Alright. Alright, now I'm changing the title. And I'm gonna say like, okay, I'm gonna say, okay, Clone Wars tier list time. Boom! Oh wait, I spelled tier wrong. Boom! I never spelled tier wrong. I never spelled it wrong. We're doing great. Let's see, charity stream, just doing tier lists and doing a charity list and end up putting any charity I'm raising money in D. True. Alright, let's see. You've never completed an episode of the Clone Wars and never will? I think you should. You're gonna head out now? Thanks for the fun. Oh, thanks for showing up, Vespi. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thanks for showing up when you could. Let's just see. No. The Clone Wars. Let's go. Let's see. Clone Wars story arcs. Here we go. Alright, let's go. Browser. Alright, here we go. Wait, it's just... Why is it only the Mandalore arc? Why is it only the Siege of Mandalore? That's a terrible tier maker. Let's just... Let's see. Alright, let's see. Hey, does someone want to go to the Star Wars Discord and, like, promote that I'm doing this for me? That'd be great. Alright, here we go. Alright, I think this might be all of them. Alright, let's see. Oh, wait, which one was that? That was, I think that was season 2. I'm trying to figure out what this one was. This one was like a... Senate? Was that Senate Murders? Which one is that? I need True to help me out here. Put Umbara and C. Well, wait. Let's just start this off with Oh yeah, I really hate the Siege of Mandalore. Nah, this is the best. That's the best one. That's pretty bad. That's the Clone Wars movie. It's really just not good. It's really just not good. Yes, someone put the clip out of context. That would be great. Oh, the amount of clips that are going to be in the Discord after this stream. Let's see. I'd put Martez Sisters as okay. It was just kind of unbearable to watch, like, the second to last... Wait, was it the second to last? No. Was it? Wait. With Clone Wars Season 7, there was... How many arcs? There was 3, right? Yeah, there was only 3 arcs in this one. Yeah, so we got the Bad Batch be the first one, and that was okay. And then we had Gone Without a Trace, and I was like, okay, this could be something. And then they get put in jail at the end of episode 6. And then they're in jail at the beginning of episode 7. And then they spend the episode getting out of jail. And then at the end of the episode, they get captured again, and they're put back in jail. And these episodes are being released on a weekly basis. And this is the last... These are the last 12 episodes ever of the Clone Wars. And it just really upset me that they would waste one of those on just, oh, we're going to get out of jail. Oh, we're back in jail. Well, see you next week. We'll see how this ends. And then Rafa just abuses, like, abuses workers. Oh, yeah, this is going to be a spoiler stream. Not really. Not really. It's going to be a bit, I think I remember this one being good. Let's see. I did not like that one. Actually, there's some good stuff with, like, Cad Bane and stuff. All of Clone Wars after Season 7 came out. That's fair. Let's see. What's this one? I think I remember that one being good. That's the one where the funny was on Mandalore, and they were, like, talking. I'm doing great. This is a great stream. This is good content. These are just the weirdest screen caps out of them because it's so hard to tell which ones are happening. Hey, thanks for the follow, Nick. I appreciate it. All right, D Squad. I'm putting it in bad, but above Clone Wars 1. Wait, I put that there. But that one has Cad Bane in it, and this one has. Actually, this one has its moments. I'm putting it in okay. I'm putting that one in okay. The Kinky as Slave cat arc. I think that's a really good one for Anakin's character. I'd put it in good. Probably top of good tier. Let's see. Good. This is a great. That's a really good series. I might put it at great for now, though. We'll see. Where's Obi-Wan Undercover? It's just so hard to tell what each of these are. It's so these. The D Squad's one with Gascon. The D Squad's a bunch of droids go on a funny mission, and they're like, all right, we're gonna steal something from the Separatists, and then. Oh, dude, I just can't stand it because they're like, we got two characters. One character sounds like this the whole time, like Alex Jones, and then the other one's like, I sound like this, Corporal. I sound like Ben Shapiro on helium, but also a robot. And they talk the whole time, and they are unbearable. The entire time they're talking like, you gotta follow my orders. And then the other one's like, sure thing, Corporal. And then he goes, it's Colonel. And that's the joke of the whole show. That's the entire arc. And it's just sort of like, wow. I'm so done with that D Squad arc. Maul returning is great. I love everything done with Maul. In the Clone Wars, they do a really good job, like, making his character, like, good. Which is nice, you know? It's good to, like, make a good character. Obi-Wan Undercover is underrated? Yeah. It's a really good episode. Wait, oh, there it is. I found Obi-Wan Undercover. I'll put it in Masterpiece for now. That's my friend Griffin's, like, favorite arc. Oh, there's Bounty Hunters. Hey, Tudo, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, so now we're moving on to freaking. I'll put Bounty Hunters in good. I feel like I need some help on this. Maybe I should enlist Fletcher. Should I get Fletcher on here? I need to do a Clone Wars. I need Fletcher. I need Fletcher for this. Oh, Andrew, you could join. You could join the call. See, I wanna. On stream. Let's see. Wait, Andrew, maybe. Wait, let's just see if Fletcher responds. I'll do what I can for now. Is this Water War? Water War is okay. I might put that down there. Just like, Fletcher, he cheated on you. This one is also bad. This is one where C-3PO and R2-D2, they're like, oh, we're gonna go on a wacky adventure and the Wolfpack's gonna cameo. I do not like that episode. I do not like those 2 episodes. I think there's been 2 episodes on that. Let's see. Do we have Downfall of a Droid on here? I want Downfall of a Droid. Where's Funny Goldie? Let's see. Bomb Bad Jedi. That goes in bad. I'd still probably put Clone Wars movie over them, I guess. Now, you weren't into the Boba Kid. Yeah, Boba's a kid arc. That's fair. Let me just... Is this Dooku captured? It might be. I like Dooku captured. I'm rocking with it. Oh, A Friend in Need. This is good. I like this. This is a good episode. I enjoy that. You weren't into the Boba as a kid arc. I might put this over Bounty Hunters, though. The Deserter. That's good. Actually, I'll put that one in great. Cause there's some good character stuff for there. Boba as a kid, I'll put that probably as okay. Water War is just like not my favorite. Right? Like it just feels a bit weird. Zillow Beast is good, but I think it's lower tier on there. Clovis Arc. Here we go. Rift Tamsin, dude. Oh, wait. Alright, Fletcher's joining us. Let's see. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Rift Tamsin, dude. Hello?
Yo.
Hi, sorry I didn't answer your call at first. Hey, we got Fletcher on the stream. Hey, say hi. Say hi to Andrew in the chat. Say hi to people.
I only will say hi to Andrew.
Okay, that's fair. Alright, so I'm doing if you will pull up my stream, I'm doing a bit of a
I'm not
Clone
gonna
Wars.
pull up your stream.
No, just so you can see the tier list.
Oh, okay.
If you pull up my stream, I'm doing a Clone Wars tier list, and I need help figuring out this. All right.
Okay.
So far in S tier, I've got. Wait, I need like Maul on Mandalore. Where's that? Let's see. It's so hard because these aren't in order.
Why not just confuse all of your followers by doing Doctor Who one?
Oh, I could do a Doctor Who one, but we're talking about the Clone Wars, Fletcher. Count Cringe says hi.
But the Clone Wars is boring.
No, I like the Clone Wars.
No, it's boring.
What do you mean it's boring?
It's kind of boring.
All right,
It's
then
boring
you can get off the stream. That's fine.
It's boring when you've seen it like a million times. That's mostly my point.
Well, wait, but should we
No,
do
but
should we do an MCU tier list or?
Yeah, we can do an MCU tier list.
All right, I'm gonna do an MCU tier list then. I gotta change the
Just
title of the stream.
without Loki, because I can't.
No, I'm gonna include Loki.
All right, fine. Then I'll just have to
Because
argue that
my
it's
previous
not
part of the
S tier.
stream was good. I did a great. I destroyed that guy's argument. All right, let's see. I'm gonna do an MCU one. Let's see. MCU.
Well, I haven't seen Loki, so I can't really argue.
Just watch
for
it. Just watch
against.
it. Forehead.
No.
Just watch it. Forehead.
What if I don't? What are you gonna do then?
Oh, these are
Not
just the
play Halo?
characters.
You're just gonna not play Halo with me? Yeah, you would.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, it's also got the shows on this one, I think.
Oh, good. That way.
Does
I
this
can...
one have Loki? Does this one have Falcon and
Wow,
Soldier on
this
it?
is such a delay.
Yeah, probably.
This is a huge delay for me. I'm not even sure how I'm gonna.
All right. So I
Keep
think
it
we need to
going,
start
good.
off with.
Iron Man 3 goes to fucking bottom.
Oh, there's also I haven't watched here. Wait, why isn't is Falcon and Winter Soldier not on here?
No.
Time
This
to
is all
find
the
one with
funny
Falcon
stuff.
and Winter Soldier on it.
Falcon Winter Soldier goes to B tier. Oh,
Let's see. Where's Falcon and Winter Soldier? I need a one. I need a good one. Oh. Wait, is that just Iron Man to WandaVision? Wait. Loki,
WandaVision
Black
goes
Widow.
to
With Loki and Black Widow.
F tier.
All right, wait. Let's see. I gotta click on this. Yo.
in case Stream can't get it,
Shout out Toxic for
drawn-
that. Shout out Toxic. I'm proud of you. All right, let's see.
I've
Avengers
grown
Infinity
sour with
War.
you.
Infinity War is
S
probably
tier.
best. Yeah.
It's not the best movie. That goes to Civil
Yeah.
War.
Well,
No,
see.
it does.
we'll see. I'm going with sorry, I gotta fix this.
Ant-Man, get it to freaking
S
D
tier.
tier.
I love
tier.
Ant-Man. I love
Remove
Ant-Man, dude.
Ant-Man from D tier.
You know what? Compromise. A tier. Top of A
That's
tier.
not a
Ant-Man is
compromise.
so good. I love
It's
Ant-Man.
really not. I don't think Ant-Man is funny.
I like. All right, that's fair. This is my stream, dude. I'm going to rank Ant-Man as A tier. I like Ant-Man a lot.
Okay, fine.
Spider-Man: Far From Home, S tier.
That's A tier.
A tier over Ant-Man.
Yeah.
All right, there we
what I
go.
like to see.
I like Ant-Man a lot, and I like Spider-Man: Far From Home. I'll put Homecoming as S tier though.
Yes, sir. That's where it belongs.
But personally, if I was going off my favorites, I like Far From Home more than I like Homecoming. But I really do like Homecoming.
I don't know why you would, but yeah.
I like cause Mysterio funny.
Yeah, but Michael Keaton is better.
I like Michael Keaton still, but I love Far From Home. I have a deeper connection to that
Alright.
one. Black Panther is B tier.
Mm,
Hulk
think it's C
is
tier.
C tier.
I think Black Panther is C tier because they have straw roofs on their skyscrapers. And that's a fact.
Jake
You go into the
Gyllenhaal,
movie
therefore
and
it's
see
good.
that.
Based, true. Hulk is C.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
Hulk is C tier.
Guardians Volume 2 is
A
S tier.
tier.
S tier. That
A
is the
tier.
best movie. No,
Under
that is the best
Ant-Man.
MC No.
Under
Guardians
Ant-Man.
Volume 2 is one of the best. It's better than Infinity War.
Wait, one second. I need to add one below. Wait, I need to add one below. Yeah. Let's see. Here we go. We're gonna do some
Infinity
settings.
War has more plot problems than Guardians 2. And that's
What?
that's the facts. If you want me to bring
Here we
them
go,
up, I
here we go.
can.
Here we go. F tier. F tier is gonna be blue. No E tier. No E tier. Bye, Toxic. All I need to do is S. Fair. Cars poster. Yeah, it's the Cars blanket. I just hang it up. Guardian 2 is S tier. All right.
Yeah.
Captain America is A tier. I think it's fun.
Captain America: The First Avenger is great.
I like it a lot.
I think
Captain
it's
Marvel is
good.
C tier. It's D
D
tier.
tier. Yeah. That was the most boring theater experience I've had in a while.
Thor is also D tier, as well as Thor: The
Yes,
Dark
it is.
World. I like
I'll
when
just be honest.
I like
I'll
when
be honest about it.
I like in Thor when Thor is like, I'm sad, and then
That's
the
such a
Warriors
joke.
3 are useless.
There you go. There's your joke.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll be honest. I think this is 90% of people who saw Captain Marvel. They watched it to see what would happen in Endgame because there was a post-credit scene. That's just my theory.
Fair. Actually, I'd put Dark World F tier, maybe.
Thank you. Put Dark World in F tier. That's
Yeah.
where it belongs.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, D tier.
F tier.
No, it's D tier. I'm rocking with
good.
some of Ant-Man and the Wasp. I like funny Paul Rudd. I
like
like
Paul Rudd.
Thor went into Shakespeare movie. Let's see.
Oh my
Doctor Strange
God.
is A tier.
I
Civil War
don't think
is
that's true. It's
S
B tier. Civil War is the best movie. Yes. Thank you.
I think Civil War is good.
Andrew just legitimately said I should blackmail you into putting him on stream, so I'm just gonna put him on stream.
Wait, how?
We could just put him on the stream. I don't know.
Should we
I
just
don't know
add him
what
to the
he's-
call? Let's just do a call. Wait, let's just do a group
Yeah,
call.
let's
Set up a
just do
group
that.
call. Set up a group call, and I'll do that.
Add.
All right. Yep. All right. We go. Here we go. All right. We're gonna have Andrew join the call. Ant-Man and the Wasp isn't that great, but sure. Oh, Andrew, you're muted.
Ant-Man and the Wasp is the worst thing.
Yo, what up, Andrew?
God, I'm just like, I'm pissing myself. I'm so
I didn't
excited.
even watch the video. What was all the things about?
Oh, his
Actually,
literal
don't
video.
tell me.
his whole thing was just like his whole thing was making
evil.
absurd claims that he didn't back up.
That makes
As
sense
well
to
as
me.
using buzzwords for just kind of being racist and not body positive and like homophobic, kind of, and then also just sexist.
Things you would
Hates
expect.
women.
True.
Wait,
And he's
did
like,
he say that
women
he
bad.
hates women?
Women evil.
He said,
Hulk man.
there are women in the show. That makes it bad. WandaVision is C tier.
WandaVision is
Amen.
terrible.
WandaVision has a lot of really good stuff, but it ruined the finale.
I like when
WandaVision
Hayward started
fumbles the
shooting at
balls.
children.
Yeah, I love that. WandaVision fumbles the ball so hard it seems like it may have exploded.
Iron Man
The
2
ball-
is
the
C
ball
tier.
morphed into a grenade.
Fair.
I'm watching your stream right now on my iPad so that I can see what the tier list is, but now I'm on an ad for the new BLT at
Iron
Carl's
Man
Jr.
2 is B tier. I think it's
it's
above
C
Black
tier.
Panther. Above Black Panther. Above Black Panther.
I
Black
like...
Panther.
Actually, there's a lot of cool concepts in Iron Man 2, but it just sort of like the
Iron
pacing is
Man 2
weird,
The
and he
ball.
just sort of
my
like...
board. My board.
My board. My board.
He also,
Iron Man
Justin
2
Hammer
has
also
a
calls his
ball.
weapon the ex-wife, so that makes him relatable. to me.
Wait, yeah, just because of that. Just because of that. Just because he called his weapon the ex-wife. Did you know that there's a deleted scene where, like, Justin Hammer was just, like, being gay?
No, this is deleted. No, that's in All Hail the King, the one shot.
Yeah.
with Mandarin.
Oh.
The deleted scene where Justin Hammer is gay. No, actually, literally, it's not like one of those weird bad jokes. He's just
No, like,
gay in
actually.
the scene.
No, like,
He's just
actually.
sleeping
Like,
with a
no,
dude in
dude, I'm
prison.
rocking with it. Like, sure, that makes sense for
Yeah.
Justin Hammer.
He was rocking with it too.
What,
Yeah.
what are you saying about gay people and Justin Hammer then?
I'm rocking with him.
Also, I was thinking like you just reminded me of that short. Like, didn't the Mandarin want Trevor Slattery?
Yeah, he wanted him dead or something because
Doctor
he lied
Strange
about
is
him.
top B tier. I've changed
Doctor
it.
Strange is okay.
I like a lot of the visuals, and I like a lot of things. Black Panther is S tier because Killmonger returned the artifacts to the British store. The British stole? Based. I'm
That's
rocking
just
with
not
that.
true. There's straw roofs on rooftops. I'm kidding. That's not the worst thing. The worst thing is that it's on skyscrapers, and that makes it really, really funny to me.
I think Killmonger is a based leftist, though. Let's see.
Okay?
Ragnarok
If you
is...
want to identify a
A
base
tier.
leftist as wants to murder lots and lots of people, okay,
I think he's a based leftist.
okay.
I'm putting Avengers Age of Ultron top B tier. Over Doctor Strange. I like Age of Ultron.
I think Age of Ultron's kind of like a D tier.
I think Endgame is
me.
B tier.
Endgame is lower than that. Endgame is bad.
I think Endgame is fine. I like it.
All right, I have to go.
Oh, bye, Fletcher. All right.
Don't worry, I'll be here.
Yes, I will have funny Andrew instead. Killmonger
Yeah,
was
actually
the
give me
best funny
5
one,
minutes,
probably. Oh,
and then I'll
great.
be back.
All right. Well, now I just get to complete. Chat. I just get complete control of this. All right. So now I'm gonna do it the way I wanna do it. Okay. I'm gonna put Far From Home in S tier, and I'm going to move Guardians 2 to A tier, and I'm gonna move Ant-Man to S tier, and I like Ant-Man a lot, and I'm gonna move Age of Ultron to top A tier because I like Age of Ultron. You know what? I'm just going to make people upset here, and I don't care. Here we go. Doctor Strange is pretty good. I like Doctor Strange. I might have to move it up above Iron Man. What? Here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. Guardians is very good, though. I will move it above Age of Ultron. Iron Man 3. C tier. Worse than WandaVision. Well, all right. Let's see. I can back up anything here. This is personal. This is completely subjective take. All right. I like Far From Home a lot. Okay. And I think it does a lot really well. Its score is probably my favorite in the MCU. It has a great villain, and it does a really great job with character development for Peter. It has brilliant visual effects, and I like it a lot. Ant-Man is just a lot of fun. It's so much fun. It has a great score. And Paul Rudd does the funny. And Louise does the funny. And it's just the funny movie. And I like it a lot. Infinity War is just really good. It has the most subversive ending of the MCU, as well as just a devastating villain. And very good job. You don't like Far From Home? That's fine. You don't need to. I'm just saying what I like. Civil War is very good. It's very well done. It deals with a lot of interesting, it deals with a lot of good takes on, like, do we make sure that we are regulated so we don't kill more people? Or do we not want the government to tell us who we can and can't fight? It's like, which one can we do? It's a very interesting moral dilemma. Spider-Man Homecoming does a very good job with introducing a Peter in a universe that has so much more to deal with than just, oh, sometimes there's a funny octopus man and sometimes there's a funny goblin man. No, there's more, because they're dealing with the real consequences of having the Avengers in a real world, and that's really cool. Yeah, so that's why I have those guys in S tier. Winter Soldier has to go in S tier too. I'll put it below that though. All right, let's see. Yeah, Winter Soldier's great. I really like Winter Soldier. I might like Homecoming more than I like it. Avengers is good. Falcon and Winter Soldier is B tier, probably. I'll put it over Black Panther. I'll put it over Iron Man 2. Yeah. Falcon and Winter Soldier has, yes, it is funny Birdman. He's got mechanical wings. That's awesome. And it's Michael Keaton. He's based. Falcon and Winter Soldier is alright. It just doesn't really nail the landing. Zemo is pretty cool in it. But they should have had a better villain than Carly. Carly doesn't do much. She's a platypus. She doesn't do much. I won't spoil Black Widow for those who haven't seen it, but for what it is, I think it's pretty good. I won't spoil.
I think
Black
it's like
Widow.
a high C.
I think
or
it's
like
a B.
lowest B.
I think it's a lower B tier, personally.
Yeah,
I
if
think
it came out
it's
like
got a
10 years
lot of-
ago, I think it'd be better.
True.
Like, I don't know. I think it's too late.
Yeah.
And even then, I don't think the villains are that good.
The
but
villains-
David Harbour's great.
Yeah, the villains aren't that great, but there's a lot of really cool character stuff for Natasha that we do get. And the cinematography is really good, except for like fighting scenes is a bit choppy, I'd say.
I think that it's also one of those things where I think the ending, like, not like the ending, but like the final battle's like way too much for like what this kind of movie is and what it's
Fair.
like for a message it's really like dark and like emotional. It's like maybe something that's not from a Fast and Furious movie would have been better. Like, it's cool. I like when Taskmaster does that cool thing in the trailer where they stab the debris and they slide across it, but it's like
True.
this is kind of excessive.
I don't know, yeah.
Yeah.
It could have been better. I think they should have done better writing for the villains. That was my main problem.
All the side characters are great though.
Yeah,
Like Yelena. And,
I like Elena.
I love Red Guardian. He's so funny.
Red Guardian's very
Like he
funny.
made me die laughing in the theater when I saw him.
All right, so
Oh wait, here's what's the most important thing though.
Yeah.
About Black Widow. The Smells Like Teen Spirit cover, yay or nay?
I like it. I just felt like it felt a bit out of place.
Right.
It felt a little bit out of place because like when I think of Smells Like Teen Spirit, I think of just like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like a song to play over child trafficking.
Yeah.
So
No, not really.
yeah, just like the way the song works just doesn't feel like that. The lyrics just don't really match up with it.
Yeah. And
But-
it kind of reminded me of like one of those like, remember like a Charlie's Angels kind of thing?
Yeah.
You know, where they'd play that at the beginning of it. Also, I feel like this movie's trying to recreate the success of the Winter Soldier as a villain, because what made that movie, I think one of my favorite parts of that movie was the Winter Soldier because he felt like a presence.
Yeah.
Like, one of my favorite scenes is like, remember he's like, "You want milk?" and it just cuts to him and he's like in the shadows and he's like, "Oh, that's scary."
Yeah.
And like he's just like, he doesn't need to say or do anything, but he just feels intimidating. And
Yeah.
also the music helps.
Taskmaster does feel like they do feel like a kind of. This isn't. I'm not gonna spoil this movie. I've seen it twice, but
Yeah.
I think Taskmaster does feel like a bit of a a bit more underwhelming Winter Soldier.
I
think that's a good
think that
analysis.
like
Terminator feels
with
like
the
Terminator.
abilities-
Thank you.
with the abilities that Taskmaster has, it's like, man, they could be a much bigger and much more interesting villain and threat. And when we got works within the movie and the thematic stuff it's dealing with, but it's like, man, I have a feeling they're gonna do like a Mandarin thing, and eventually we'll get like something cooler with them.
Oh yeah.
But
Speaking of Mandarin, we got Shang-Chi's coming up too.
yeah, let's put that on A
I think that
tier.
looks pretty good. I think,
Yeah, I think it's gonna.
the
hope it's good. I just
cinematography
hope
from
he-
the trailer looks good, and finally an actual Mandarin that's not an actor.
I know the main the dude who's playing Mandarin because like I watched this old Hong Kong action movie called Hard Boiled, and he plays
yeah.
one of the main cops in that, and he's so good. So I have hopes 'cause he's a really good actor. I'm
I
just
am
worried
the
that they're
Mandarin.
gonna. I was worried because he keep on talking about like the fight scenes, like, yeah, we watched like old Hong Kong martial arts movies, and we're gonna like do good, and it's like, I hope you know what made those good, because I
Mhm.
worry that it's just gonna be like standard Marvel fare, and they're gonna be like punching each other through buildings, like with karate or whatever. I just hope they don't do that thing that Black Widow did, where like it cut way too much. I feel during
Mhm.
the fights, and
Oh,
it'd be
yeah.
a little bit too close.
It was a
where
bit
you just see-
choppy.
yeah, and I think if you're gonna be mimicking Hong Kong martial art films, you need to have wider shots. You need to have
For sure.
longer takes so you can see everything go crazy. There was that one fight in the trailer that looked really sick, where it's like him and that one dude in like a building. There's like the helicopter spotlight shining through or whatever. Like
Oh
that
yeah,
looks
that looks
sick.
dope.
So I have hopes. And I
Also,
hope that Shang-Chi is
Abomination and Wong fighting each other in a cage. That's dope.
That's gonna be sick. I almost thought Abomination's back. I hope that I'm glad that like they're taking more of the forgettable stuff in Phase 1 and whatever and bringing it back.
Oh, for sure.
That kind of gives me hope for like a lot of these forgettable, like villains or adversaries or characters we get in movies now. Because I'm like, well, eventually we're just gonna bring them back. You know, we're gonna actually do something with them, and I find that really cool.
Yeah.
You know that they're able to do that.
For sure.
Even though it's like, well, maybe you should have done anything with Abomination prior, because you know you could have put him in some things.
Oh my god.
But I'm excited either way.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited. Yeah.
Should we do like a stupid MCU character tier list now? Like 5 hours of like
Oh my
judging
god.
like
Yeah.
the Galaga guy.
Wait. The funny Galaga man. Let's
Yeah,
see.
he's S tier.
Yeah,
by the
sure.
way.
I'll get. I think that's what they had these characters.
He should have been playing Space Invaders though.
Oh, true. Space
They're
Invaders
just
is
playing
better.
Galaga.
Ant-Man is
Get the fuck
S tier, S plus,
Ant-Man's my
SS.
favorite character.
I love
Let's put
Ant-Man.
Stan Lee in
I
S
love
tier.
funny Paul. Yes, actually, yeah, we have to. S is for Stan.
SS is for Stan.
Yeah, SS is for Stan. That was a terrible joke.
I was gonna say like I thought you were gonna be like, but Ant-Man's above him in SS. I'll be like, you 6'7".
All right, let's
I think
see.
Ancient One's like a C
Why do they have Iron Man twice?
because Iron Man's cool.
They have the suit and then Iron Man.
Iron Man the suit and then Iron Man the person.
Wait, there's
I
no.
don't know.
Is there Vision on here?
I don't think so.
Oh, there is
This
Vision.
is kind of a
I
whack.
like Vision.
It's kind of a whack one. There's not a lot
Yeah.
of people on here.
Vision is an S tier character. In all seriousness, I think Ant-Man's probably an A plus character. I
like Vision.
I love Vision.
I think he got more interesting for me when WandaVision came out.
Oh, for sure.
And that's when I started really liking him. Like
Yeah.
I thought he was just okay in Age of Ultron, but I like that scene where he's like, "Well, I was born yesterday," and Ultron's like, "Okay, you don't have to be an asshole about it."
True.
I hope they bring back Ultron though. I feel like
Yeah.
has so much more potential.
Black Panther is probably an A plus tier character.
I put him in a B.
I think
I don't
I
know.
think the character itself was very
I like
good.
A.
Yeah.
I like him more in Civil War than I do in Black Panther the movie.
That's fair.
But I think like in terms of like acting as the character, he does a really good
He
job.
does a
I just
very
don't
good
feel
job.
like there was. I feel like that movie was more focused on Killmonger more than it was Black Panther. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
Dark Knight situation where it's more like the villains what you take away from that movie more than the main character.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he's like bad at all. It just means that like there wasn't enough I feel
Yeah.
given to him.
That's fair. I think Black Widow might
Black-
be A plus. Just, I think so, right?
I
it makes
feel
some
like she
sense.
was. I think with like when the Russos started doing stuff with her is when she got way more interesting, and
Yeah.
then like Endgame was when I actually really liked
Yeah.
her.
When
for the-
Joss Whedon was just sort of like, she's here so I can do like ass shots. I was like, come on, dude.
Yeah,
That's
ass
weird.
shot. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, boobies. Remember when she made out with the Hulk for a movie and
Oh
then
my
they
god.
dropped it?
And then they just dropped it.
That was so awesome.
Yeah.
Winter
see.
Soldier is like a he's up there.
I'd say
great.
he's S tier. He's a pretty good character. He's an intimidating force. And
I don't
then he
get
like
why,
gets a
like-
good redemption.
I don't get why though this list has like, so it's just C, D, and F, and then it goes B, B plus, A plus, S, S plus, SS. Like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
goddamn.
Like, damn.
It's kind of excessive.
Let's see. Captain Marvel is not written well, but I'll give her a C.
Probably like a C. I put her in. I don't think it's really the actresses. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just don't think she's written well. Yeah.
Peggy Carter is B plus.
Hot and B.
I don't know who that is.
Phil Coulson is like a B.
Phil
Plus,
Coulson's
maybe.
B.
How dare you?
He's
I
cool.
like him.
Oh, is this Cloak and Dagger from Hulu's Cloak and Dagger?
No, I haven't seen that.
I have not watched that. I've heard
I've heard that
Daredevil's
the
good.
Runaways show is good.
I heard that Daredevil's good. I think Star-Lord's a great character.
If we had Zinj on here, he'd be like Daredevil S, Daredevil S.
Daredevil S tier. I'm Fletcher.
Is that Ghost?
Let's see. Where?
Was that Ghost up there?
No, that's Star-Lord.
Oh, okay, well Star-Lord's, yeah, he's S.
Yeah,
I thought I was
Star-Lord's
like,
S
if you're
tier.
gonna put Ghost in
Ghost.
S, I would like lose my shit.
Dr. Stephen Strange is probably A plus.
I liked him way more in the Avengers movies.
Yeah.
I like the whole like I really don't give a shit. I'm just here to protect the cosmos.
Drax is funny. I'll
Yeah, it
give
makes
him an A
sense.
tier.
It's a good way to not have him in any of the movies because like everything is just beneath them. So
I'll give Falcon.
yeah, Drax is good.
I'll give Falcon A plus
Yeah, I liked him way more when his own show came out.
for sure.
I thought they did such a good job with the whole what does it mean to be Captain America thing.
Yeah, I don't know who this is.
Gamora's like a B
Punisher.
plus.
Gamora's yeah. That's fair.
Like I liked her way more in the second one. Where they did some really cool stuff with her and Nebula.
Hawkeye doesn't do anything. I'm giving him a high B.
B. Remember when he got like a really bad haircut and he got like a sick arm tattoo in Endgame?
The haircut was awful.
But yeah, it was funny because there's this one shot of him just like without a shirt on, and like on his arm he had like this badass like skull tattoo with like demons and whatever. It's like, oh my god, you put so much effort into one shot, and we'll never see that tattoo again.
Hulk isn't written very well.
No, I just think that he's not really too interesting most
Yeah.
of the time.
Iron Man suit. Let's
Well, let's give. I think it's like, how do we do this? I guess we just segment the Iron Men.
see. I think I'll put.
So like, I don't know, they're both S, so it's like, who
Yeah.
even cares? Like,
He's the character who's been worked on the most, but I'd still put
Yeah.
Vision over him personally, just because
You're
like
evil.
Vision's great. I like Vision.
I feel like they did so much cool stuff with him, like in terms of what was I gonna say?
Yeah.
Like building his PTSD and all that throughout the movie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And it was just super cool.
I'm just moving these all down because
Yeah, they're stupid.
they're pointless. Not pointless. I just haven't really
They're
connected
really
with these
stupid,
characters.
and I don't like them.
I've heard Jessica Jones is good because there's
David
who's in it?
Tennant.
David Tennant's in it. Yeah, I love David Tennant as the Doctor.
I found out the other day that he was in the fourth Harry Potter movie, and it blew my mind.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a dude at the end. He's like, I was Barty Crouch or whatever. I don't remember those movies too well. Who's Mantis?
I'd put I'd put Loki
B.
at S tier. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair given, the new show.
Yeah.
Got way more interesting. If it was just Loki from the movies, I would have said like a B or high
Yeah.
C, honestly. I think he's like, they kind of just ran the shtick too much.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that when I first started Loki, because the first episode was him be like, ha, this is stupid. You're
Yeah.
stupid. And then the end, I was like, oh, he's actually interesting now. They're
Yeah,
doing
for
so
sure.
much cool stuff with him.
Nebula's B. I think.
I just don't think they do enough with her yet.
Yeah, they haven't really done. She has a lot of potential.
Nick Fury, I think, is also a B
I put him in B
or a B
plus.
plus.
I
'Cause
think I put him
I
in B
love him
plus.
in Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
He's great in that movie.
Guys, I would put you on the call, but there's just gonna be too many people in the call and not enough in the chat.
Yeah, and
I'm
then
gonna be
I'll
done.
yell at you.
I think I'm gonna be done with the stream at like 5 my time, so in like 12 minutes, because I'm just kind of tired and I'm sweaty.
Okay, that's fine.
Uh,
That's hot.
why do they have two Thors?
Why do they have like sad Thor and then like slightly less
Why do they
sad
have
Thor?
angry? Oh, wait, I guess smart. No, they're still the same character. Angry Hulk and Smart Hulk are still the same character.
Yeah, I think Thor's like a
S plus, probably.
Of Infinity War.
Yeah,
But
his
then I
character's
wasn't too
gotten a lot
fond of
growth.
like the whole fat thing in the next one. Cause
Yeah.
like, oh, you're just making his grief a joke.
Yeah.
Okay. Wanda is good.
Oh wait, where is Wanda?
I think that was just Wanda, right?
No.
Oh, wait, no, she's later
That's Chloe. Whatever the actor's name. Sorry.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
No, it's
Oh, okay.
Chloe Bennett. Maybe she's from Agents of Shield.
Hmm.
Wait, no, not S tier.
Quicksilver is a
it's
C.
Probably C. Yeah. I put him over Captain Marvel though, personally.
Yeah, what was his catchphrase? Like,
Rockets.
I'm really fast.
What? You did not see that coming?
Yeah, that's what it was. And then he gets shot and dies. Oh, Rocket's A.
Rocket's
S
A+.
for me, 'cause yeah, that too.
Rocket's a really well done character. I like him a lot.
I think the next one they said it's gonna be like mostly about him, so I'm
Oh, yeah?
excited for that.
I like Cap.
Yeah, I hope he gets to bang that otter from the comics.
Oh, here's Wanda.
Yeah, Cap's good.
That's
other Thor.
I put Wanda as an S.
I'll let
Honestly,
you do
actually,
that
I put
for now.
Rocket as an S plus. If I'm putting
Let's
Wanda at an S.
go. Let's
'Cause
go.
I'd say, yeah, Wanda's an S based on just a lot of her character development. A lot of the moral stuff was questionable.
Yeah, I
But-
was just upset that
yeah.
she didn't really take too much accountability. She's like, I did something
Yeah,
wrong.
she was like,
and
I
she's
need
like,
to
well, I
walk
would've
away
done
from
the same
this.
thing.
Yeah, I'm putting
She's like, I would
Spider-Man
have done the same thing.
SS.
It's like, no, you wouldn't. Yeah, he's good. I mainly like him in Homecoming and Civil War the most.
Yeah, that's fair. Wait, why do they have two Peter Quills?
Why do they have two people? Baby Groot is like a C, because it's not that they're bad. It's just that they don't have a
Yeah,
lot.
I'm
'cause
just
it's
putting.
kinda funny.
I'm gonna do one Groot. I'm gonna put that one Groot. Groot as a whole, I'd put Groot as A tier, I guess. I put Drax
Okay.
over Groot though.
Yeah. Drax is better because he's funnier.
Valkyrie B.
Let's say low B. I don't really. I think
Really?
when she gets that Love and Thunder movie, then she'll be a lot more interesting.
Yeah. Fair.
War
I know-
Machine is Don Cheadle.
Yeah. Don Cheadle S tier.
Boom, you looking for this?
Boom, you
Yeah,
looking
did
for
you hear
this?
That article or that quote that came out where he was all like, "Yeah, I have no idea why."
Yup.
For best supporting actor.
I put
Like
him.
imagine
I put him in an A plus.
imagine doing that over John Walker. Like, goddamn, dude.
I like funny Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle is funny.
Yeah. Let's see. Why is it? What?
can't
There's
believe
still
he was
multiple
nominated.
caps on this.
Who's that? Oh, that's that one. Wasp is
Wasp
like a
is B. Yeah.
I don't know.
Higher B.
I don't really find her interesting.
Yeah.
Yondu,
Yondu's
though, my
great.
boy Yondu's an S. Let's go.
Fair.
I love his funny fin.
All
He
right,
made
this
me
is
cry in the second movie.
this is not at all like all of the characters. I don't know what this was.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I had this. I got on this one that was like 50 plus characters, and I just ranked them all. It was
Nice.
pain. I think I put Ultron in like a C, so I know I'm right.
Oh yeah, why isn't Thanos on here, dude?
He's not a character. This is only just the like heroes, and then like Loki.
Oh
Well, no,
yeah.
he's technically
It
a
says
hero, I
hero
guess.
and anti-hero tier list.
Well, that's kind of lame. Why you call it an MCU tier list then?
Yeah, what the hell?
You
Wait,
lied
let's
to me.
see. We can do one more. I'm gonna do Star Wars content. Oh wow,
Star
I have
Wars.
a caps lock on. That's fun.
Star
see.
Wars content. Let's go.
Oh wait, I've already ranked
Star Wars
this.
movies and TV shows.
Wait, I've already ranked this? Alright, let's see.
Stupid.
I might have to rearrange this.
Hmm.
Wait, let's see. I think I like Rebels more than Clone Wars now.
I might have to watch Rebels soon. I haven't even watched that new Bad Batch episode. I think I've just kind of gotten bored
Fair.
with it for now. Unless they pick it up, because I'm just kind of tired of. Holy shit! It's this character now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Alright, here we go.
Okay.
I'll give my reasoning for all this. Return of the Jedi is just my favorite. It's just so fun. Empire Strikes Back is just a great movie, so that's also S tier. And Rebels is
Empire
really
and-
very good.
Empire is like a classic and has like I think the best cinematography.
I'd put
Just because
People-
everything looks so pretty.
People give Rebels way too much hate. I think it deserves an S tier just because it's a really solid show.
I thought you were gonna say it deserves the hate. That's even great.
I think Clone Wars is very good. I think Rebels is actually, I'm gonna have to put that up there with Rebels.
The
Just 'cause
last season
they're
of
very
Clone Wars
entertaining.
kind of like has a great arc, but then like if you look at the whole thing, it doesn't really hold a candle to like other seasons.
Well, yeah.
Like it has one
yeah.
of the best arcs, but then you have like
Here
Bad
we go,
Batch, which
yeah.
is pretty good.
We got
and then
Bad
Marquez,
Batch.
and it's like
Bad Batch is fine. I'm rocking with Bad Batch. Then we got the Martez sisters arc, and I'm just sort of like, why? You know?
it's like they made them like each 4 episodes too, and it's like for the last
Yeah.
one I get, but for like the first 2, it's really questionable.
Oh yeah, I gotta change the, I gotta just change this to tier list time, this stream title.
Loki
Yeah.
poo poo fart.
All right, let's see.
Goom.
Yeah, the Martez sisters arc just isn't great. Like when they're releasing these one episode per week, and one of the final 12 episodes of the Clone Wars is just, we're in prison. Oh, we escaped prison. Oh, we're back in prison. See you next week. I'm just so done with
Yeah.
that. But
They could
then,
have just like done that Utapau arc. That would have been way
Yeah.
more interesting.
but the finale is incredible. Like, I really love
Yeah.
that finale. Rogue One's
Also
very
love-
good. I think I like
love
it
how
more
they
than A
keep
New
on-
Hope, because A New Hope has a lot of pacing issues, but then again, so does Rogue One, kind of.
I think Rogue One mainly has issues in terms of like I don't find the characters all that likable. And I
Fair.
also think like all the cameos are like really weird.
Also,
Like
welcome back,
the
Toxic.
dudes at the bar, they're like, "What the fuck you doing here?" And it's like, why are you here? Get out of this movie.
Oh yeah,
Um,
funny Ponda Baba.
And then, I don't get the cameos that much. I just think they're kind of detract a lot.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
fair.
CGI Tarkin, I don't think's held up the best.
I think it's all right.
Like it's fine, but like
Yeah.
like when I watched it back then, I'm like, this looks real. Then I watch it now, I'm like,
Video
Oh.
game.
yeah, it looks like a Battlefront 2 cutscene. A very good one, but
Yeah.
like looks really weird.
Saw Gerrera was very good in Rogue One. I think that's true. Rogue One
Yeah.
is only good because of Act 3. Well, yeah, without that third act, it wouldn't nearly be anywhere towards Council Member
Yeah.
on the tier list. But yeah, also, I think A New Hope is fun. It's good, but a lot of it's just like the pacing's very strange, and it just kind of like sits there for a little bit. And then
It's
the
definitely,
final
like, the
battle,
most-
the final battle has not held up great. The cuts are very strange, and it's hard to tell who's winning and what's going on exactly.
It's kind of dated, but I still enjoy it a good amount. It's just that
Fair.
I've seen it so many times. It's like, I can't really judge it for like being predictable, the first of its kind.
Yeah.
That sort of story.
That's fair. No, yeah, I get that. But yeah, I'm still
Uh,
ranking other things higher than it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And
I like
Count
Solo.
Cringe,
Solo's good.
that's kind of fair. I like Solo a lot. Solo's fun. True has helped me enjoy both Rebels and Solo a lot more.
Still don't know how I feel about the whole Kessel Run stuff, just because I don't really think I needed to see it.
Fair.
That's just more of a me thing.
Revenge of the Sith is it's all right. I like a lot of what they try to do with it.
Oh, I forgot. There's also something in Solo that they do in like a lot of movies, even like one of my favorite movies, Indiana Jones 3, and it pisses me off where they have a character be like, "And remember, don't trust anyone," and then later they'll be like, "I told you, main character, don't have to trust anyone." It's like, I hate that so much. Like it's just so cliche.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I like Woody Harrelson. So.
Woody Harrelson does the funny. I like Woody Harrelson.
like when he says he
Mandalorian has a
shot
lot of
like
really good stuff in it. I
Yeah.
might have to move it down though, actually.
I'd say it's Night because I have.
Night, yeah.
The more I think about it, the more issues I have with it.
Uh-huh.
Lectures helped open my eyes a bit more. I'm not really
There's-
sold on all
yeah.
the cameos in season 2. 'cause
I
it's,
think
at
a lot
point-
of them do make sense, and I think it's great. I think a lot of people don't think it makes sense to have Boba Fett there, but I think
I
showing
love Boba Fett.
I think
there.
Boba Fett has a great screen presence, and with Boba Fett and Bo-Katan, it shows that there are more types of Mandalorians like Din out there, and that
Yeah.
sort of influences his decision at the end of taking his helmet off.
It also makes me like Bo-Katan less because she's kind of racist towards clones.
Oh, she's
She's like,
totally
"You're a
racist.
fucking clone." It's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she's
the
an
only thing I don't-
elitist prick too. Like,
The
if
only
you
thing
think
I
about it,
didn't like
no
was the
outsider will ever rule Mandalore. She's kind of a xenophobe. Like,
Yeah, kind of a weirdo. I didn't like the Luke thing at the end too, just because I feel like there was a much more interesting conflict with the Dark Troopers that could have been solved
that's fair.
than having him disappear and then be like, "Look at R2," and then everyone claps. It's like, okay.
But I don't know.
But I
I
also
think
feel like-
that Luke at the end makes. I think that Luke at the end is very good personally, because if you
It
think about it,
makes sense.
what other Jedi would it be? And then also, I wouldn't call it a coincidence that they did it at the end. I wouldn't call it convenient, because like
Yeah.
it's a consequence of their actions throughout the season that he comes there.
I mainly
Like,
just
yeah.
don't like that. Like the Dark Troopers just stop, and they just
Yeah.
wait. Like,
Crin-
what are you doing?
Count
Open the
Crin-
door.
I think as Count Cringe pointed out, he gets overshadowed. Din gets overshadowed, but like, I do think that that's a problem when you have like a. Excuse me. If you have a big reveal like Luke Skywalker, then the big meaningful moment isn't going to have as much meaning on Din's character if you don't really see.
Yeah.
If you're more focused on like, oh, dude, it's freaking Luke.
That's why I get
Which is-
irritated with like some Marvel fans where like I'll talk to my stepdad about it. He's a Marvel fan, but he'll always be like, I was like, "Hey, Loki's great." He's like, "Oh, really? What does it set up?" And that's like the first thing everyone thinks about instead of the story, you know? Like, what's the post-credit scene? And it's like, you know,
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
detracts from the actual
Oh,
movie in
yeah.
a way. I feel like it's the issue too that
Fair.
Din, like, I like him a lot, but he's not the most interesting, at least in season 2 onwards. So they don't do a lot of. There's this growth there, but there's not as much time spent on it as I think there should be to like really drive home the point.
Fair.
I think that also might be the thing that like we saw his face in season 1, and I feel like we saw it in season 2 for the first time. It would have been a much more like big moment that like rivaled like seeing Luke there. Because when he takes off his helmet, it's like, oh, he's putting it out in front of people. But then it's also
Mhm.
like, it's the third time we've seen it, and he looks really weird now. You know?
Well, yeah.
So maybe that's just a me thing if they saved it.
I don't know. I think it's a big moment of symbolism, and I think it really means a lot. And I think it's going to mean much more like on rewatches, because like when you know Luke's going to show up, it's less of a surprise, and you can really appreciate the emotional moment of, oh, this is a big turning moment in Din's character. He has spent so
Yeah.
much time with this child and figured out more about the Mandalorian ways that he has decided he can finally take off his helmet and show himself in front of others.
Hmm.
Like, I think it's really cool.
I love
Yeah.
Boba Fett. They did him so good. Like he was so fucking cool.
He was
And
so
he got
cool.
that when he came out in episode 7, that new paint job. I lost it.
Oh, it's
He
so
looked so
dope.
sick. I can't wait to see
Yeah.
him like I don't know fight Cad Bane and then like every other bounty hunter we've seen
Fight
before in the
literally
show.
every
Because
other
Lafayette's
bounty
gonna be-
hunter, and then maybe one new one who's like, who are all these guys?
Yeah, but then they'll be like, I'm not new. I'm actually Jango Fett, and like a severed head on like an android body.
It's just it's just Snoke again.
That'd be awesome. I actually hate Star Wars if that happened.
It's just
We'll
like
see.
Mace Windu survived and is now a bounty hunter.
Oh, that'd be sick if he was like fused with Snoke. Like Mace Windu was Snoke at one point.
My God.
Holy shit, I would start
I've
crying.
watched. I've looked at too many Mike Zero videos in the stream. I think I need to do more dismantling of criticism streams, though. It seemed like this one did. pretty
Yeah, those
well.
are fun. There's
Yeah.
a lot of good people you can dismantle criticisms of
Yeah.
that aren't critical drinker because stuff
Yeah.
just amounts to I get it, you hate women.
Yeah. True. But yeah, like this
Also,
is just so like. Oh wait, I should probably justify my other things. Like with the prequels, they are bad. They are bad movies, right?
Yeah.
Well, at least I think Revenge of the Sith is all right. I enjoy it.
Here's where I
think
would
there's
do,
a lot of really cool concepts in it, and I think the prequels still do a really good job, in my opinion, connecting to the universe because they set up a lot of they set up a lot of how the technology transitions over time. They set up a
Yeah.
lot of how species interact and what the species look like when they're in more populated areas than Tatooine. They set up how the galaxy worked in the past and how it transitioned into the Empire, which is, I liked it. I like that. I like that aspect of it. I like seeing how the ships evolved from Old Republic to New Rebellion, which also you can see that in Rebels and Clone Wars too. It's cool.
I think that's like the issue though is that like it's the thing where like the prequels ended with like a cliffhanger sort of thing, like leading into the next trilogy, and the original trilogy on its own like ends pretty like nice and tidy. So the sequel trilogy was like you didn't really need to be there.
Fair.
It's not like they really added much where it's like stormtroopers but with more lines.
I think the thing is like, the prequels added a lot because they gave so much potential for that era. Unfortunately, the execution was just not very great. Which is why the Clone Wars does so well, because there's a lot of really good stuff there. And then, sorry, Starhawk, we just talked about Mando.
Which is already dense. They did so much better stuff.
Yeah. Starhawk, I like Mando. I just think a lot of the plot is just off, and they take the main character and they just sort of push him aside a lot of the time. And
Season 1 also has an issue where, like, I feel like after episode 3, it's like, we're on the run, and then the next 3 episodes are like, whatever. And then it gets back to the actual plot. It's like sandwiched there, and it's like, oh, that's weird.
That was weird. I was like, I don't need to see him doing these little mini jobs.
Episode 5 is still like the worst in my opinion.
Oh yeah, with Fennec and stuff like that. Yeah.
A lot of people don't like episode 2 of season 2, but I really like it.
I think
it's really cozy and fun.
I think it makes sense. Starhawk,
lady, I want to fuck.
Starhawk, I still really enjoy it, and if you like it, dude, that's fine. I'm happy for you. I just personally have like a few problems with it. But yeah, the prequels have a lot of stuff where I'm just sort of like, all right, this can set up some cool things, but the movies themselves are not
conceptually,
great. Yeah, the concepts are really well. Actually, I still think that it should have started with how. I still think that it should have been done where it should have started with the beginning of the Clone Wars, and then movie in the middle of the Clone Wars, and then movie at the end of the Clone Wars with like Revenge of the. I feel like Attack of the Clones should have been the first, like, a movie similar to Attack of the Clones should have been the first prequel. But
I feel like you can mesh the first and second one together.
For sure.
Like at the end of the first one, then you lead in the Clone Wars, and then the second one's like the meat of it, and you introduce like the main players of that whole shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's how I feel. I like the idea though of seeing Kid Anakin.
Yeah.
You see him from a child all the way till he dies, even though it's not executed the best because he's like, "Are you an angel?" You know. I still think that like, it's when Vader dies after you've seen the whole trilogy, it's like really emotional. Like I saw this kid from when he was a baby all the way to when he died.
Also,
it's super cool.
Yeah. Also, pod racing is dope. Also, Duel of the Fates was dope. I like a lot of what they did in the third act of Phantom Menace, but like, I don't know. It was just like
I don't know. Yeah. Like outside of that, it's like probably the most boring Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
There's movies that are worse than it. I feel like Rise of Skywalker is my least favorite. Like I hate it. But how I would rate where like cool, I think Last Jedi, and then Force Awakens below that, and then Attack of the Clones below that, then Phantom Menace below that, and then Rise of Skywalker deserves death.
Yeah, that's fair. I think. Wait, actually, like, I'm gonna move Clone Wars movie above Rise of Skywalker. Here's my reasoning.
And the trilogy like that is so shitty. It's like this is the worst possible. Like, just bring
like,
Palpatine back.
Palpatine's here! Hey guys, Palpatine, he survived.
There's 1,000 Star Destroyers with Death Star cannons. They're gonna blow up planets on a global scale. It's like, who cares?
On a global scale.
It's so stupid. It's just like.
It's just.
Remember that? Yeah. There's that one scene where it's like we're gonna blow up a planet. They go to like Kimchi and they blow it up, and it's like that's the scene. It was like under a minute. It was so stupid. I was like, this is not...
We're at a planet now. Orbit's gone. Yeah.
It's like, they just made it like a joke. It felt like a comedy. Like, because that's the thing, like, people make fun of, like, how planets are just kind of thrown away a lot of the time of, like, now it destroys 5 planets. And now it's like, this is just excessive now.
Yep. And...
I just feel like, you know, it should have been something more personal between Kylo and Rey. Yeah. Because I like the setup of, like, Kylo being the villain, because he's like Vader. He's like basically like Vader if he, you know, killed his master during like a New Hope era when he was still angry and didn't have a son to redeem him. So he's just this rabid dog going crazy and shit. That would have been really interesting to have, like, to resolve. Like, the main struggle is redeeming the last Skywalker, but the struggle now is Palpatine's back, and he wants
Somehow,
to indoctrinate
Palpatine
you
has
into
returned.
Scientology. Yeah, it's so stupid.
So let me take a moment on like why all the prequels are. Why all the sequels are the way they are. I think personally, I do not like the sequels. Not because I don't like the sequels. Not because there is a woman who is the lead of them, like several YouTubers who I've gone over would criticize them for. I dislike it because the universe does not feel the same as the one that has been set up in previous Star Wars content. There is a lot of like, there's not a lot of the same structure to the universe. It feels like to me. And also the characters feel the original characters feel very different, and we didn't get the chance to see the development and what changed them really.
Yeah.
To the point where they got to that.
Like that for me. And Luke too. But
also, they didn't have a plan.
Where...
They didn't have a plan. Like they needed to not fit it to a release schedule like Disney always does. They needed to have a set plan from the start. Like,
I just think it's really stupid that like, well, for me the issue too is I get what you mean with the whole world building. For me, it's an issue where it's like, it feels like it's the same, but like different. Like at this point, like the world should be completely different. Like more stability and whatnot. Have a more interesting threat that's way more sinister and sneaky and ruthless to combat like this growing, basically government that's taken over now, the New Republic. But it just feels like a repeat of like, now it's the Resistance.
Well,
the first story. It's like, how did that happen?
It would have been so much better if they had done something other than the Empire's back. We gotta fix it. Like, let's do something where we have to deal with a new threat. Like in the novels, they did like the Wuzang Vong or whatever was the thing, and then they had Dark Empire too. I think it would have been much more interesting if we had to deal with like, hey, there's a new republic now, all right, and there are maybe the New Republic's going too far in some places, and maybe there are insurgents that are just ruthlessly killing people. There could be something like that, but no, it just went back to somehow the Empire is already in power again, which means
somehow
basically
the Empire has returned.
Somehow the Empire has returned. Like, why can't we just have like the actions in Return of the Jedi mean something rather than, oh, all right, the Empire is just going to return in a few years. Doesn't matter. Like, why? Come on, let's just have Return of the Jedi have some consequences. Let's set up a new republic. Let's make a new threat. But having Empire 2 again is like, why? Like, come on.
I agree with Starhawk where he's saying it's like there's no time to breathe because like episode 7 and 8 take place right after each other, and it's like that's just like not enough time I feel to really like stretch things out and have things grow.
For sure.
Like I like everything with Kylo in the first 2 movies because like I said before, like I find it super interesting that like it's like it's like he's basically just a scared kid like running to an abuser who's Snoke, and they don't do anything interesting with him. But I love with like the original trilogies or like the first 2 trilogies and then this, that there's the repeat of like the dark side just like abusers like abusing people and grooming them to be like their pupils, and it's most evident with that Palpatine, how he's like emotionally and mentally and whatnot abusive towards Vader, and how that results in like his demise, that he's just got so cocky and like so up his own ass that it leads to his death. And with Snoke, it's like a half-assed version of that. What made it a little bit more interesting, not the fact that Snoke got off and had no character or whatever, but with Kylo, it's like he did the Vader thing of killing his master, but there was no son or family member to redeem him, to help him like go to the light, or like that was already picking at his mind to make him good again, because he already got those people out of his life. So it's like a what if of like, what if Vader killed the Emperor but Luke wasn't there? He would probably just go crazy and want to commit genocide again still. That's how I took it. And I thought it was interesting that like the final film's gonna be like Rey having to go and try and redeem Kylo as like this big final stand against what remains of both parties. But then it's just like, but the Emperor's back and he's the main villain. He's the real villain. It's like, why? Kylo's way more interesting as a final bad because he's like the perfect like representation of like the bad of the Skywalkers. And then you could say that Rey is a good example of like the best of them, with like her being trained by Luke and Leia. She takes on all those positive traits. And whatnot.
I think one thing that Star Wars could have like really benefited from in the past, Star Wars has been very like these very clear cut. These are the bad guys. These are the good guys. That was the original trilogy, and you didn't really need to dive into why exactly. It was just an oppressive police force that was massacring millions of people. Yeah. And it works for those. And then in the prequels, we got down to the very politics of it, and it was like how these situations got to where they were. What we had the Jedi like set as good, but we could still see their faults was what led to the end of them. But that was mostly aided by the Clone Wars. But like with Clone Wars and Rebels, we got to see like, hey, there's an in between here. Not everything is black and white, and everything's good and evil. There are people who are affected by this. Like heroes on is there heroes on both sides?
Heroes on both sides.
Is that one? Is that the one where?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's the one with Rush. Is that on season 4? Let's see.
Which one? There's a lot. I think there's like a few Rush Clovis ones. Are you talking about the one where Anakin beats the shit out of him?
Oh wait, no wait. I meant
really awesome.
with Lux Terry.
Oh, okay.
With Lux Terry, that's what I meant. Rush Clovis has got some good episodes though. Yeah, Heroes on Both Sides. Yes, that's exactly the one I'm talking about. Heroes on Both Sides, and episodes like that in Rebels, and episodes like that in the Clone Wars, and episodes like that in kind of The Mandalorian has a bit of that, but then there's also some where it's just not diving as deep into it in Star Wars The Bad Batch. Like I think a sequel trilogy really could have benefited from, well, we were set up as the good guys and we are the New Republic now. What does that mean? What values do we need to hold dear, and what's going wrong with this? Like maybe not making it as black and white. Like in the Loki video, as I covered earlier, like there was Loki's quote was like, no one bad is ever really bad and no one good is ever really good. There could have, if we had some like moral complexity to Star Wars in a sequel trilogy, rather than like these are the clear bad guys, these are the clear good guys. That really, I think that really could have been a much more interesting addition, like trying something.
Well, that's
more.
That's why I was sort of into Last Jedi on a conceptual level, less so than like on a storytelling level, because I have a lot of issues with that movie. But conceptually, I love like the idea of like the Jedi, like Luke's like the Jedi kind of sucked ass, and like we gotta be better and just evolve to like acknowledge the flaws and like shit. You know, that was the whole message of that movie, is like acknowledging the past and kind of trying to grow from it, and like that's a good starting point to kind of like. And also the DJ stuff, even though, like, I forgot he was a character until, like, a minute ago.
Oh, yeah, he's a character in that movie.
And he leaves. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I just wanted some money. And then we never see him again. Bye-bye. But, like...
Well, also, it was, like...
The movie...
The Canto Bite was just sort of, like, war is bad, but it just didn't get anything additional. But, like, sorry,
we gotta rescue these animals, but the child slaves.
Not the child slaves. Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude.
That's so stupid. But, like... I feel like what that movie was really good at addressing was, it felt like it was like, oh, you're setting up the final movie because of the vibes I get with like how they're acknowledging the light side and the dark side and whatnot. And like Kylo and Rey, even though I think that Rey is not the most interesting, mainly because of the last movie. I feel like the second, like Last Jedi, she wasn't the most interesting, but it was building her to go to a really strong point.
Yeah. And
Kylo is already like, I'm sold on him. He's amazing, and I can't wait to see what they do with him as like a main villain. That's why, like, I hate Rise of Skywalker so much, because it's, like, it's not your job to, like, it's your job to, like build upon what was last, like, in the trilogy. You can't just go back now. It's too late.
Yeah.
And even if you don't like it, you got to build upon it and do more with it.
For sure. If
retread.
If we had Kylo as a main villain, his, like, redemption could have been so much cooler.
And as a main villain, you could focus so much more on like what the moral complexities going on with his mind, and like still have him be traumatized and shit. Because with Palpatine there, he's the main focus, and he's just a lackey. He doesn't really think. He just kind of does. And that movie's also stupid because like it's the biggest.
Good to see you, Count Cringe. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Count Cringe. But like one of the biggest like parts of that movie that kind of showcases what like. Kind of the whole process, or like the issue with the movie in general, is when he just retapes his mask together. Even though in the last movie the whole point was that he broke it because it's a big like I gotta stop
being a Vader wannabe, and I kind of got to be myself.
Mm-hmm.
And this isn't scary. I'm not. I need like. Well, that's why he used it for intimidation because he was lacking. Personally, he
Yeah.
wasn't that good on his own. He needed to like try and imitate someone else.
Yeah.
But then like when he destroys that mask, it's like the start of his like, oh, I need to destroy the past. I hate,
Let the past.
the
die.
past and
Yeah.
shit. I'm gonna become a fucking Hitler. So
Yeah.
like the next movie, he just retapes it because a monkey helps him with it, and it's like,
Funny
why?
monkey.
I lost my mind. It's just a chimpanzee. They put a welder's
Yeah.
mask on. It's like, what are you doing? And why does he need to retape it?
Yeah.
It looks way worse.
True. All right,
I don't know. Makes me angry.
Andrew, I'm really tired. I'm gonna head out. Thanks for joining me on the stream, though.
No problem, man. That was fun. I
It's
hate
good to
Star
have
Wars.
Yeah.
Thank
All right.
you.
I'll see you later.
All right, take care.
All right, stream. All right, Twitch stream. We're gonna head out. We had a pretty fun stream today. I liked taking down a stupid dumb video. Also go subscribe to Andrew's YouTube channel. He does nice things. He does cool scores. Not scores. He does suites of scores. Yeah. I can't play Epic Fortnite, dude. I'm so tired. Also, I cannot game well because of the funny broken hand. So, I will try to stream again soon. I might do a thing. Toxic. I have to tell a joke. Wait. Why do you do this? Joke. Here we go. I have to look up a. I have to get a joke now. Let's see. Funny joke. All right. So. All right. Okay. Here we go. These jokes aren't good. I have to find a joke. Toxic. Why do you make me do this? All right. Why did the Joker have to sleep with his lights on? He was afraid of the dark night. Thanks, folks. I'm here all night. All right. No, actually, I'm not. I'm gonna leave. All right. I'll see you guys later. I'll probably do another stream where I just like find a video to criticize. If you have any videos for me to criticize, send it to me in the Discord. Also, if you're watching the re-upload on YouTube, hey, subscribe if you want to, and follow me on Twitch and join my Discord. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna leave now. Bye.